I'm gonna unmute us and put us live. All right, so freaking welcome to episode 6 now. So it's been a little bit due to fucking like storms taking out power, me fighting the Goliath that is Comcast, etc., etc. But I'm gonna try to give us a quick rundown of what we've been up to. The last few sessions, of course, were all centered around the lovely area, E7 over this way, frickin' Death House. Which you guys made it through with pretty flying colors. You know, no one died. Well played, well played. After that, you know, some of the mists around the village of Barovia, not the whole country, but the village, receded. You talked to a few Vistani people over here in the local inn, including, that was Sorvia, Alenka, and Mirabelle. But perhaps more importantly, you talked to Ismark, who is the son of the Burgomaster, the local mayor. He basically begged you guys for help after you guys got, you know, a shit ton of alcohol from Eric the barkeep. But apparently, Strahd himself has been bothering Irina, his sister. Irina's currently, he said she's currently holed up in the Burgomaster's Manor with, like, barricaded windows, you know, like, boarded up, sealed doors, the whole 9 yards. And he is hoping that if he can move her to the village of Vallaki, which is, you know, a couple days ride away, that perhaps, since she's far enough away from Castle Ravenloft, she'll be beyond the reach of Strahd himself. So actually, I can bring us back over to the Barovia map real quick. We kind of had a little view of how far it was the other day. You guys are... Sorry, I gotta zoom back out. You guys are way over here on the far east side of Barovia in the village. This right up here is Castle Ravenloft, where Strahd lives. He's hoping if you guys can take her down the main old Svalich road all the way across the freaking world over to Vallaki, excuse me, which is next to Lake Zarovich, that she'll be safe. So you guys went to go meet the lovely and rather fiery Irina Kolvana. I'm going to pop her art up again here in a second, once I bring us back to the village.
Now, real quick,
Yes.
and by we, I mean our cleric is planning on doing a ceremony, but we have to wait till the following day, correct?
I think...
To bury her father?
Yes, so she wants you guys, basically that's what I was kind of getting
that's right.
at. Before Irina, this badass bee, will leave with you guys, turns out that her father, the Burgomaster, is in fact already dead. She's been kind of preserving his body as best she can here, but she was asking that you guys help her bury him over at the church in the top of town. And that unless he's laid to rest, she's not going to agree to come with you all the way to Vallaki village.
I don't even think we've agreed to take her all the way yet either, but...
No, I think it was still kind of a
have either.
discussion, but I think at the very least, our cleric agreed to, like, you know, go through with the ceremony.
Yeah, I think that was important to him at the time.
Definitely.
There was also some folks who were big mad.
He's gonna fucking get it, dude. Just wait.
We're big. Let me tab back over those. At Bildrith's Mercantile, people were big mad at Bildrith Cantemir for overcharging all his goods, which he was doing because, boy, is he have a fucking monopoly in this town. And much to his annoyance during this whole altercation, he actually called over Periwimple, who is like this fucking ripped stock boy who works for him. So there was some debate as to whether or not to deal with that and to what degree to harshly deal with it.
It's gonna kick the shit out of him.
Yeah, that seemed to be a bit of a consensus.
Uhtred's going to assassinate him.
But at the moment, we hadn't left off with like taking a rest or anything, so we can kind of like finalize those plans. Because you came out of Death House, I believe we said it was like early evenings, then you went to the tavern after, so it's not quite bedtime yet here.
No, because we slept. We went over to check out the warehouse.
Mhm.
Uhtred almost murdered someone, but was pulled off at the last second
Good God.
because he's smart and knows shadows are his friend.
Yeah.
And then we went down. We've been chatting with her, and that's where, even if we wanted to leave, she wouldn't leave with us until the following day. So we'd have to stay there for the day.
Yes. So you guys are free to kind of explore the town here. You did also hear in this area, E3. You did hear some like crazy like moaning sobs filling out from this weird dark 2-story townhouse. That was just something you kind of passed briefly. So you guys are gonna, midway through the day, Irina, we'll probably jump back in with Irina talking to Ingmar, honestly.
Well, everyone was here.
I
was just
think
my token. Everybody
just
was
the
there.
tokens there. But everyone popped in, and so Irina's just like, so you will agree to, inter my father in the earth?
Yes, I believe the cleric is agreeing to this.
Well, I certainly
Yeah,
appreciate
indeed.
it.
We'll make sure. We'll make sure he has a gentle repose and lay him down to rest properly.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Irina, why do you have everything boarded up? Is this just for Strahd?
Sorry, one sec.
He has to read the book.
Woo! Sorry, I had to sneeze. I will
You
not
sneezed.
be Strahd's pawn. He's already visited me twice, and the whole thing's a blur, but I will not go with that monster. He sullies Barovia with his presence.
What makes him a monster?
It's tainted by undeath.
I'd look at Uhtred and ask him if this is vampire, yes?
That's the way it's leaning. Either that, or maybe he just has commitment issues, right?
Oh, sorry. Booping myself there by accident.
You
I'm not
think
afraid of death. I just have commitment issues.
he just has commitment issues. Fucking not.
He's got fucking commitment issues, guys.
I couldn't keep it in. Yeah, man. Well, I'm thinking that we have to wait until tomorrow anyways. Perhaps we stay here and figure out what happens at night. You have room in your house, Irina?
Yes, that would be fine. It's really just me. All the servants have left.
Would you do us a favor there, lady? Would you mind taking a stroll around town just to let people see your face a bit? Let people know that you're still here in the area.
That's a good shout. Okay. I would say give me a persuasion check on Irina, because that's a good argument. I'm gonna say do that with advantage. So that's definitely a solid argument for her.
Anybody want to fucking support me on this?
You already get you already have support because you get advantage.
I'm trying to find where is persuasion.
Otherwise, I would absolutely be there to help.
All right, let's see. Oh, beautiful! You love to see it the first thing in a session. Wow, with the +0 too. Really, that fucking smashed it. Irina's like, all right, that's a good idea. I'll go with you all around town. The people should know that despite the Burgomaster's death, the village of Barovia will endure, as it always has.
I'm sure it'll help the people, set them at ease to see your face and let them know that although the Burgomaster is gone, his family is still here to support them. And also, maybe a chance to let Strahd know that you're not afraid of him.
She kind of like rolls her shoulders back a little, stands a bit taller. You're right. I am not afraid.
That's a good lass. Maybe you could take the cleric with you and discuss the arrangements for your father.
Very well. Would you care to accompany me, Sir Cleric, to the church?
Oh, yes, lass. Let's do it.
All right.
You guys sent me alone. Great.
Go ahead and drop your person over here.
Bodevin will tag
We're-
along with
oh.
you. He's generally interested in this kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Whoever's interested, like, feel free to drop yourselves here in front of the church area.
So I've got a black screen. You want me to
Yeah,
just
same here.
Once
drop
you
it?
once you drop it,
I'll drop a guy.
It'll vision it up.
Hmm.
All
I
right.
can see my token, but I can't see anything on the screen. So
Same.
we got to set the default settings on these tokens.
Did you guys change your tokens?
No, it's the same one from last time.
Oh yeah.
I
For some reason,
tried
it
to.
just
Well,
turned off.
it's showing my level 1 stuff. Actually, it's showing 7 out of 7. So
Yeah, it's doing the same for me.
What the fuck?
And I just did something wonky on my screen. Hold on.
Why?
Why you do this, Roll20? Why you do this? Hold on. It should definitely not be doing that. Okay, Bodevin looks fine now. Can you see now, Bodevin?
I just changed his HP, but he doesn't have any vision. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
It's changed
It
from
looks like it reset a lot of your guys' shit for some reason. Hold on. Let me just make that your new default so you
Refreshing.
have vision.
perfect. Thank you.
All right, and then whoever else wants to be there, just drop your token on, and I'll make sure you have vision really quick.
All right, how do I drop my token on? Maybe that's my issue.
Just hover
You click
over
the-
so like your name lights up blue, then drag it. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Oh, I'm still loading.
Vision.
Yeah, you don't click on the like the token or like little person. Click on the name, go over the name Agnes to when it turns blue. Then you left click it and then drag it and drop it.
Oh, is that your new art, Thimble?
The one that's on there, no.
It's
the one I
with,
dropped
like-
in the chat.
Okay.
The one that has this little squirrel on his shoulder, that's what it should be.
Yeah.
So I added that to the character sheet, but it's still not showing up on the screen.
It's because I still had it set your default to something. So now if I drag it out, it should be there's the actual token. Let's blow that up a little bit. That's good. I'll switch that
You
over.
can't
on
see
the
if there's a little
overlay.
there's a little bunny by his foot too.
Adorable. All right, I'm gonna link your health again really quick so it all makes sense again. All right, so we got that. Let's make it so we can see your name tag and can see your health bar, which will be linked to your lovely, not hit dice. That's, we need more than 3 health. HP. There we go. Okay. Can you see stuff now, Thimble?
Yes.
All right. Let's make this your new default with the new art. There we go. All right. It'll just drag out as that from now on. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
So, let's get, no worries. All right, here we go. So, atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone, stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. As you look at the front doors of the church, they seem to be, the heavy wooden doors are covered with like claw marks and scarred by fire.
Nice.
He's like, I know it seems a little worn, but Donovich is a good man. He's the local priest. I'm sure if we just, head on in, he'd be happy to help us. Do you anyone want to particularly go up to the front door?
Sweet. Yeah, can I walk up there and do something like that?
Eyes of the Grave. Okay, so Eyes of the Grave is 60 feet. All right. No, you don't sense any undead or anything.
It's gonna be cool.
Right on, guys. So, yeah, Agnes, he kind of goes up there, like, doing his thing, and, kind of feeling things out a little bit, and, his heads-up radar doesn't show anything, so he kind of looks back and, kind of gives you guys a nod, like everything's cool.
Miss Irina, and you've brought friends. Please come into the church. This is Donovich.
Wow.
He's got that alcoholic nose.
Yeah, he does.
The
Drink too
first
much
thing
of
you
that
guys
wine.
probably hear, his voice is like crazy hoarse and weak, as if he's just been like constantly talking. Yes. Please come in. Come in. How may I help you?
So what's up with all this stuff in here? Like, what do we generally see through the doorway with
So
all like
as
the
you kind
stuff
of
in
like
tatters?
start to step in, you see the door opens to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hallway itself is very barely lit, a few candles, and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on either side, lead to adjacent chambers. You could see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and before he noticed, you could hear that Father Donovich was like reciting some sort of quiet prayer. Please do come in. From all of a sudden, as he says that, you just hear like a violent scream, like echo up from below.
Hey, so maybe we should just go back to the tap room and have a couple beers.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's fine. Everything's cool.
All right, well, I trust the Holy Father. Let's go ahead and come in here a little bit. Kind of pretty cozy.
Bodeman's gonna stick pretty close, but he says to both of them that the light left this church long ago. Don't trust anything.
I wasn't going to.
Does anyone like specifically mention the scream to him?
Yeah, so Agnes, he's kind of curious. He's like, honorable priest, what shrine or church or deity do you guys worship here? And did you guys just have one hell of a party, or are you just understaffed?
Well, we are a bit understaffed, as you put it, ever since the revolt last year.
Was that some of the staff that we heard hollering downstairs, or can you explain what that was?
He kind of hesitates. He's like, I'd rather not say.
Nice.
Glad we brought you.
Jesus Christ. He's like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
All right, I believe him.
Holy
Makes sense
fuck.
to me, fellas.
Does anyone else want to try like an inside check on here or anything?
Sure, just a second.
Why would you want to? This guy's like the most legit guy ever.
Exactly. All right.
He looks really nervous that you're gonna press the issue about the voice in the basement.
Bodovin's on par with Thimble. He's like totally trustworthy.
So Agnes, he's starting to become concerned that the priest is, being a little bit nervous, and he's kind of wondering if that was like a scream of distress or what. Maybe if somebody needs help or whatever. So he kind of starts pressing the priest, like, hey, can we maybe help you guys out a little bit? Maybe see if everybody's all right.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on, Agnes. Come on, Agnes. This is like a holy guy. Give him some slack, huh?
Put some
Yeah,
sauce
like
on it.
we should be like buddy. Oof,
Right?
not much of a smooth talker.
No, it's quite all right. It's a family matter. Everything will be fine.
Dude, boundaries. Come on, man. Boundaries.
Oh, but good priest, I insist. We're adventurers, and we're bound to help. I don't want to impose, but you know, as having an interest in holy matters myself, I might have to, because I am a mandatory reporter. So
Jesus Christ. People that aren't in the military might not get that.
Wild. Ooh, okay, so
Ben's the only one.
I mean, mandate. I don't know what the context of the military. We have to be mandated reporters as teachers, but I assume it's a very different context.
It's probably about the same, honestly.
Yeah, probably like sexual assault
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that and some other details too. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Well, anyway, Donovan's just like, look, it's just, I don't know how to explain. You hear from below, Father, please, I'm starving. Please, Father, help me.
Oh yeah, Bodevin just starts walking that direction. Whatever direction.
There's like a trap door back here. It's like tied down with like a rope, essentially.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna be for it.
Please,
Yeah.
he's just my poor son. He doesn't mean anything. Leave him alone. I'll keep praying. I pray every day.
Agnes kind of grabs him by the arm to keep him from going up behind Bodevin there.
All right. You kind of hold the priest back. He is like fucking delirious. He's clearly been up for like days praying. I'm gonna say no check necessary, Agnes. You just kind of hold him back. Bodevin, I'm gonna drag you over to a different part of this map at the top of some stairs over here. And of course, it's not working with vision. One sec.
And though Bodevin can see in the dark, he casts light onto his crystal anyhow.
All right. I'm gonna make you emit some light here. Did that fix it? No, it did not, for some reason. Alright, you know what? We're just gonna disable lighting on this map, because it is being real weird right now.
It seems to always be more trouble than it's worth.
I feel like it's always like this game, too. Like, I was working great the other day.
It's the curse of Strahd.
I was
I
gonna say
also
we are
just-
playing that.
I also just fully turned it off, and the lighting did not change, so I don't know what the fuck that was. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay. Bodevin, you're over here now.
Okay.
You are in the Undercroft. The church's Undercroft has rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. You have to go about 40 feet down to get to this chamber. Rotting wood pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse a gaunt shape in the far corner. Father, is that you? Please, you'll help me feed, won't you? You see this emaciated man.
Okay. Well, I feel like Bodvin's gonna get about that close to him, close enough to kind of, really shed some light on the subject, but um, not much closer than that. And says, "I'm not your father, but I'm here to help. What's your name?"
He kind of looks like tilts his head really slowly to the side. My name's Doru. My father's the priest upstairs. Your blood. It smells so clean and bright. I can smell it. I can smell your blood! And he's going to rush forward. Roll for initiative.
Got it.
And of course, everybody dies.
Yeah, made it through Murder
Yeah,
House.
we're good. We're
The
back at the
party.
house just having some tea.
Yeah, everyone else is just having some tea. Irina's
Smelling
going
ladies.
to roll in as well, because you guys brought her with you.
Smelling the ladies' underwear.
Now, let's
Yep.
see. Irina has an okay initiative.
This is what Bodvin
Well,
gets
that
for
was an
going
atrocious
to the
initiative
funeral.
All right.
Oh gosh, dang it.
Oh, Irina. Oh, dear.
Sorry.
Last wake I'm going to. This isn't as woke as I thought it was going to be.
All right.
This might not be the funeral you intended, but
Oh,
All right, Doru, the priest's son, is going to kind of like run at Bodovin. Just kind of like giggling so excitedly. You see he also, like, as he's running, he's like, I mean, you guys know what this is. You've seen your rogue do it. He's full spider climbing, like leaping from pillar to pillar.
At this point, so we're upstairs. Is the priest starting to like freak out, or is he just kind of like what's he doing? 'Cause
Yeah,
at
you
this
can
point,
hear his son like yelling, and the priest is like, no, stop him! That's my son! Don't kill my son, please! So he.
all right, so
wait,
yeah,
this is not
Sorry, go ahead.
2E. No, sorry, I was thinking of 2E for my rules. Okay. So it is going to rush at you, and it is going to make a claw attack. 14.
let me see. I think it's 12. Pretty sure.
Okay, and he is
Yeah,
going.
that's a hit.
Okay, he is going to elect to grapple instead. So you can have to.
Wait, could I do a reaction right now?
It depends on what type of thing you're doing.
I'm looking right here. I thought that so the casting time for the spell shield in like a given situation like this to block an attack.
Yeah, you could throw up a shield right now.
yep.
Yeah,
Next
so-
time, though, for the record, you gotta throw it up before you know what the outcome is.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll say it
Reaction,
before I
toss it.
roll it next time. All right, so the shield. You hold up your hand, and this glowing disc appears in front of you as Doru just like slams into it. A wild light in his eyes. That is his turn. Agnes, you can hear this going down from upstairs. You still have a hold of the priest. What are you thinking here?
so yeah, after the priest little episode there, I shove him out of the way, and kind of start rushing downstairs to back up Bodovin as I'm yelling for Thimble to follow me. And what was the lady's name?
Irina.
Irina, yeah. Hey gal, get over here.
All right. I'd say like on a double move, you'd be able to get to the stairs. To about.
Okay, like
Hold on, let me drag you down there. Like here-ish.
cool. So was that a double move or single move? That guy?
That would be a double move because the stairs are pretty long. It's
Okay.
hard to tell from that angle. All right. Bodovin.
Okay. Bodovin. Dang. What do I do here? He's gonna cast protection from good and evil on himself.
You could also,
And then-
as a free action, make a religion check if you want to figure out what the fuck this dude is.
Okay, can I make the religion check after I move? I can disengage, right? Or is that something that I can do?
You can disengage as a standard action. So if you want to cast protection from
Okay.
evil and good, that would.
No,
be
then
your-
I'll just stay right there, use the protection from good and evil on my action, and do the religion check, which I'm
Okay.
not going to be very good at. But let's cross our fingers.
Fair enough. Wow.
Oh,
That's,
damn.
that's rough.
Jesus.
That's rough, bud.
That's a double nat one.
There's like, oh
dude.
god, why is this full regular human attacking me?
This is tasty.
Thimble, you were about equidistant from Agnar, from where Agnes was. So I'd say you could probably get down to like maybe like right in front of him over here on the stairs on a double move. And then you still have a
Alright.
bonus if you want to add something as well.
I'm going to. Nope, I'm good.
All right, Irina. Let me double check her speed, make sure she's not getting anything crazy with that going on. Nope, just regular ass speed. She's basically, I'm gonna put her kind of behind you guys. She's basically like still running down the stairs about here. All right, that is gonna bring us back to the top as Doru. Oh, Doru. All right. Doru is going to attack again with his claws on Bodovin.
Is he any one of the creatures that rolls disadvantage against him for protection from good and evil?
Yeah, he is. For sure. Do you want to throw up a shield?
No, just the disadvantage.
All right. 13.
That's a hit.
All right. He is going to grapple you. So on your turn, you'll be able to try to break out of that.
Okay.
Basically, like lunges forward, kind of grabs your shoulders in his hands. You can see he is clearly trying to like wrench your head to the side and bite your neck. Agnes.
All right. How far away am I? Am I like 25 feet, or am I a little bit further?
Whatever
Yeah,
the
it's kind
exact
of in the
distance
middle
you
of the
are right
stairs.
now is.
Perfect.
You're about 30 feet. You kind of see him over that. That's like not a solid wall next to you. It's like a railing on the stairs, so you can definitely see him.
So are these right here pillars that go from floor to ceiling?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Agnes is gonna move a little bit closer here, backing up his buddy Bodovin. I think that's still
Okay.
he's within my. Can I get with? Hold on 1 second here. Okay, so I'm gonna move right here and smack
who's
the living
zigzagging
tar
arrows
out of
up
this dude.
What's that?
Who's zigzagging arrows up here?
That's me. I was just thinking about like what I would do.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
I would
label?
Spider-Man. I'd like Spider-Man clean from here and like jump from pillar
Fucking
to pillar.
triangle jumps getting planned over here.
And then
Yeah, that's absolutely going to be a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Sorry, I'm flipping between pages.
And your Warhammer's nothing is making it magical right now, right?
No, not at the moment.
All right. In that case, the hammer hits. You can tell that it is not doing as much damage as it should to like a humanoid. As the hammer just like smacks into the side of Doru's head, he just kind of like leans back around to you like, more defeat, more defeat.
After seeing that, can I roll like a religion check or something to see what
Yeah,
the
go
heck that
for a
was?
religion check. A 9. You don't know much about what the difference is, but he is likely a vampire spawn. I mean, he is.
Hey guys, he's a vampire spawn. It looks like.
He's already dead.
What does that mean?
Like he is undead.
Oh, he is undead. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, he's undead.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Jesus fuck. Okay. Bodovin.
All right, just knowing that he's undead, throwing it out there so that you can help me remember Ben, is that if there's any necrotic damage done to Bodovin, he's resistant to that.
Okay, so yeah, we have.
And he's about to be like bitten, he's just going to like, do his best to turn his head and look into the eyes of this undead creature and say, "Be at peace" in Celestial, and cast Word of Radiance.
Oof. All right, con save. Gonna be a save, or it takes damage. It does succeed though. You see it kind of like staggers as your words kind of send this rippling brightness through the air, as if like the candlelight, filtering down from above has been strengthened. And Doru kind of closes his eyes, and then it's just like, not enough, not enough. Anything else?
Well, that's all I can really do. I think I can't move because I'm grappled, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you want to,
Okay.
I believe it is an actual action to try to get out of the grapple.
But not here.
So my
He
hammer
uses
swing
action.
My two-handed hammer swing didn't like de-grapple him, or
Oh no, he's making an athletics check to get loose.
who
Are
does
you
that mean?
saying? You say for Bodovin to make an athletics check?
Yeah.
But I already used my action to cast.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So that's like the choice, is like he could try to break out or do that, but he
Oh,
can't cast a
okay.
spell.
Right. Okay.
Let me just double check to make sure you see if they have to like. It does not look like you hitting the hammer messes it up. You could try to like make an athletics check to like shove someone off who's grappling.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. That's Bodovin. Thimble.
So when I'm looking at hold person, it says any humanoid. Does that work here?
Yes.
Or is it fall under a weird? Okay. Bam. I'm gonna throw a hold person on him.
All right. What is the save? It's gonna be a 13 for the hold person. Say.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Wisdom saving. Okay, wisdom saving throw. Ooh, he's not very wise. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
oh, that one looks yummy. I've never seen someone like that before. As he just like looks over at Thimble.
Okay. So Thimble's like, ah! And then he's gonna throw out a curse on it.
All right, the curse, takes effect on it. Irina is gonna come like dead ass sprinting in. Let's see. She's gonna double move to get right next to him, kind of following this path. As she like gets down there, her eyes kind of widen in disbelief. Like she heard the name, but she's just like, Donovich, you told everyone your son died in the raid. It's not his fault. The wizard convinced everyone to go to Ravenloft and fight back. He did what they asked. Don't kill him. He's already dead, you old fool. Not as dead as it might seem. And he is going to lean in now that he's grappled Bodovin and like sink his fangs in. So it's going to be a still has to hit, but it is with disadvantage.
And then I don't I have to make a roll to maintain the concentration since I'm going to be taking damage.
Ooh, did you cast? No, you cast. Okay, so that is 17. So yes, but I believe it's just a flat 10 that you're trying to hit unless he does a significant amount of damage. So flat 10. I believe there's a button for concentration on your sheet. Or maybe that's the 2E sheet.
Okay. I think it was do you make a check with your spellcasting modifier? I think that's what it for Bodovin it would be a charisma check or a
con saving throw. That's what it is in this version.
con? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Oh.
The spell is broken. So he's going to deal 7 piercing to you, along with only 2 necrotic, because it was halved instead of 4.
So what? Okay.
So 9 total.
Got it.
You can see as he, starts, drinking down your blood, the wound, the bruise on his head from the hammer, vanishes.
This is the last feeling coming to, for real.
Agnes.
Okay. So Agnes is he's his blood's starting to boil and everything like that, but he sees his buddy in danger. So his hammer didn't, I guess, de-grapple him last time. So he's gonna try to. Is he still latched on to Bodovin?
Yes, he is.
Or was that his action? Okay. So, sorry. Bada bing, bada boom. Ready? Boom, try to turn him. So it's kind of like hold person or whatever.
Turn undead. You present your holy symbol, speak a prayer. Alright, I believe they're exceptionally... No, that is Pathfinder. They're exceptionally bad at that. Alright, so he is going to make this wisdom save. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. 4. Alright, so he's gonna try to start scrambling away from you as fast as he can.
Sweet. And then one of my channel divinity things, I don't know if I have to announce this before you get channel divinity. I can use one of my channel divinity slots up as a bonus and use a bonus spell.
Okay.
Or is that...
yeah, that's a bonus action. I think that tracks. That's fine.
Okay, I can throw it out in the chat if you want, but...
Yeah, I mean, throw it up for sure, but, well, I believe that sounds like it should work in conjunction.
Okay, well, I want to do this guy here. Throw good old Cure Wounds on Bodovin, but...
Yeah, so I guess if you're using one of the Channel Divinity slots to throw a Cure Wounds onto Bodovin, yeah, that should be fine. So, D8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Alright, sorry. And where do I find my spellcasting modifier?
That's just what you use for wisdom or intelligence, whatever you use.
No, okay, cool. So it's Wisdom's 3.
Yeah, so in that case it'd be a D8 plus 3.
Sorry.
So 8 health.
Whoops.
To Bodovin here.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Figuring this out again.
Bodovin, that is you.
Hey, just a second, guys. Give me 30 seconds.
Also, I believe I was thinking of Pathfinder 2e, so a whole person wouldn't take place on
Alright, I'm
on
back.
an undead, just so we know, for future reference.
Okay. And he's still just standing right there. You said he scurried away during the turn undead. Did the
turn undead would absolutely still work. That is, he's basically on his turn, he's gonna just take only the dash action and try to just get the fuck away from you.
Oh, okay. So
He's
well,
gonna
in
try
that
to run
case,
for
since he's still so close, Bodovin's just gonna say some more what sounds like nonsense in Celestial.
Oh, love
And
to
hit
hear
Word
it.
of Radiance again.
All right, Word of Radiance. Let's go in with another con save. That's gonna be a pass though. All right, Thimble.
All right, so Thimble is going to run over here, and then let's see. What level are we again?
3.
3.
3? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. So he's going to hit with the scimitar, and that's going to use Booming Blade as well. So if he moves, that's what he's going to get. And there's a +4 to the scimitar because he's cursed right now.
Okay. So that's gonna be a hit. So
Okay.
roll damage, and the booming blade, I believe, is if he leaves that square, which he is gonna do.
He leaves. Yeah, if he leaves, he's going to take 13.
All right. So
And the blade is magical.
All right. I think that 13 is from a D20 roll, so I don't think that's the right damage. But he is gonna take that magic damage there, and it is not reduced because of your Hexblade.
Okay.
Because the booming blade, I believe, is there we go. If you click it, it's the D8.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So Irina is technically flanking with Thimble right now. She is gonna go in with her rapier. And it is not gonna hit. Just kind of bounces off the guy's skin. All right, at this point, Doru... God, you guys are really cutting him off from the fucking exit here. He's probably scared. He's probably just going to run straight back into the corner here. Which is going to provoke an op attack from everybody that has a melee weapon out. Additionally, go ahead and click that. Oh, I mean, you can roll it yourself if you want. I got 6 on that thunder roll. 11.
So that's 6 for the booming blade. So that's 15 on the scimitar.
15 from the scimitar. 15 will hit, so roll the scimitar damage. So 10 from slashing, 6 from the booming blade, so 16 damage from you. You can't, unfortunately, op attack with the Sacred Flame. Gotta be a weapon. You can't really op attack with the
All
spells.
right, yeah, no worries.
And then
And then since I just healed Bodavin on my last turn, I'm assuming I laid my hammer down for a second, or is it still in my hand?
No, I think you just touch him with like one of your hands. I don't think you would need to put down the entire hammer. Yeah, that is also a hit. As this guy is like, there's like a crack of like, boom of thunder. Hammer like smacks him in the ribs. Fucking scimitar slashing him. Let's see if Irina can also get in on this. Irina also getting in on it. Holy fuck. Yeah, he just went from like full health to like closer to half health in like one maneuver. Stay away. Keep that one away from me. His blood must be poison. As he looks over at Agnes. Agnes, that is you again.
All right, so yeah, Agnes is kind of a little bit freaked out by the teeth thing. So he's gonna go ahead and shoot this dude with a Sacred Flame.
Ooh, hell yeah.
And then as a bonus action, he's gonna... Harness the Divine Power as a bonus action allows me to replenish one of my Channel Divinity slots. So...
Okay. Kind of like, you begin to glow with the power of this divine energy emanating out from your chest. I'm going to make that dex save. Pretty fast for a vampire spawn. Wow, not fast enough though. Fuck. He's going to take that radiant damage, and he does not look like he likes it.
Sweet.
And he gave up the grapple because he was afraid of Agnes and the turn undead. So, Bodavin, you are good to go. Not grappled at all.
All right. Well, in that case, I think this time I could probably toss out Sacred Flame.
Alright, Sacred Flame, it's gonna be another deck save. Beep-a-deep-a-dee. Fails it again. Another 6 Radiant. As he's like, bolts of white holy energy keep, flicking towards Doru as he's cowering in the corner. He's like, please, please, I just wanted to feed. He's just a boy. Leave him be. This fucking Donovich comes, stumbling down the stairs, panting. If that's it, then Thimble. Ooh, got the Eldritch Blast. Is there any bonus on that from the curse, or is that just with the blade?
No. I messed that up. It's the damage, not attack. But no, it's just 13.
13 is not gonna hit.
Okay.
Alright, that's gonna be Irina. She can't really do much more than move in and stab, but she's gonna hesitate. She's like, is this... are we in the right or the wrong? I mean, he's some sort of vampire spawn, but it looks back at, the priest she's known her whole life and feels kind of guilty. She's like, perhaps we should restrain him? I admit I don't know what's right here.
Well, the question here, I guess, is can Agnes let him live because he's an undead? I mean, Beluvin's not really concerned about the ethics here, unless Agnar's got something to say about it.
You don't like undead things.
What do you think, Agnes? Because she's definitely mid stride, hesitating with the rapier. Do I go for it?
No, so Agnes is definitely he's definitely kind of in a little bit of a hot rage, but at the same time he's kind of learning to kind of control himself. And this is where he's starting to kind of think about how is this thing even alive and stuff like that. So he he's kind of hesitant, but I don't know, he still does want to attack it at this point.
Bet.
I think he would. I think it's still pretty early on, so
you kind of give her the go ahead. He's looks back at Donovich. I'm sorry, Donovich. He's not the boy you knew. She's gonna kind of dodge around the pillars, a la the way Uhtred would. Just kind of zigzagging through the woods, type of thing, and is gonna run up and go for that stab with the rapier. 21. That is a hit. All right, that's gonna be Doru. So how long does your turn undead last?
It was, what is it, 1 minute?
1 minute. Or until it takes any damage.
Let me see here. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys beat the shit out of it. So on this turn, he's probably just the pain helped him overcome that divinity. And he's just Father, all I wanted was I just wanted to feed. And he is going to immediately turn around and try and grab Irina by the throat. She is gonna use... Ooh, it's not gonna be enough. You see she tries to use her parry ability as a reaction. But even so, with her combat training, it is still not enough, and he grabs her. Ah, get him off! Get him off! Agnes.
Well, seeing that somebody's, running up there and is in danger and stuff like that, he's gonna just bum rush in with his Warhammer again. Sorry, I'm looking at a couple things. Yeah, so he's gonna run in, Warhammer swinging,
full on cleric style.
All right.
Full on, yeah.
Wreck that undead.
And then as
unfortunately, there's no advantage because you're not flanking or anything. Just in the corners. That is going to be a miss.
Well, bummer.
It is a bummer. I apologize. Yeah, you hate to see the green numbers wasted. Bodovin.
Yeah, I guess in a similar, trying to be as fast of a reflex as possible. Bodovin's going to cast Guiding Bolt, hoping it hits.
Oh, that is absolutely a hit. Go ahead and roll damage on the bolt as it zips through the air.
All right. Just a second here. I gotta take off the last time I had extra damage on it for the angel wings. I gotta take it off. All right, here we go. Oh, damn it.
I think it rolled the exact same.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
What is it? What is it? What does the angel wing normally add? We can just subtract it from
Here
there.
we go. It's just 4d6.
Okay, there you go. All right, so he's looking pretty fucked up.
And now everybody has advantage hitting him.
All right,
Right.
Thimble. Got advantage.
Thimble's gonna run in. Oh, we got advantage. Alrighty. Where did it go here?
Nice. Love guiding bolt. Oh, yeah. I mean, either or. All right. Looks to be pretty close to dropping. That's gonna be anything else you want to do? Or you want to toss it over to Irina?
No, I'll let her handle it.
All right, she's gonna just immediately go for a. It doesn't have her exact athletic thing here, so I'm just gonna go for a raw strength check. Does not break out of his grip. You see, she's probably having like a little bit of, panic as she's like afraid that another vampire is again messing with her, and she cannot do it. But that is gonna be her full turn. So Doru is going to try and bite her as well. All right. Gonna go in for the bite. That is a hit. And she is gonna take 12 damage. You see, he starts to heal, and she staggers. Like she's about to pass out from blood loss. Agnes.
Stick your thumb in his eye.
Yeah. No, so Agnes is gonna attempt to grapple this dude and take the the handle of his his warhammer and put it around the back of his around his neck or whatever, and try to pull him off
the neck. Grab the hammer, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a athletics check.
Oof, not great. Sure, that's not strength. I mean, he seems pretty strong.
I think your athletics is higher than your strength.
It might be.
It's the same modifier.
Oh yeah, if you're not.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing. It's just.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were
it's not a save. You're doing an athletic
athletics.
check. You're not doing a save.
Yeah.
Right
Unfortunately, that does not grapple Doru.
That worked so well in my head.
I mean, that was a dope idea for sure. Bodovin.
Wait, I think since in a way this was an attack, right? The grapple would be an attack roll, right? And he would get the 12.
He does get advantage, but a 12 is still not going to do it.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well. Oh man. Well, I guess we're just chipping away at this thing. I'm not going to waste any more spell slots. We have this whole dog pile going on in the corner. So he's just going to toss out another Sacred Flame.
All right, that's going to be another dex save from Doru. It's a fail. 4 radiant. Working him back down to the edge of death here.
I was talking
Just
on
keep
mute.
barely burning it over and over. Give him little cigarette burns until he's dead.
Thimble.
Like purple nurples.
Jesus Christ. This is some rough rolls, guys.
You guys hold him. I'll get him.
Jesus.
Irina
Poor
is just
guy.
freaking the fuck out as no one's been able to pull this creepy vampire spawn off her. She's gonna try again.
I just
I don't
wanted a
think there's gonna be a
sandwich.
second date.
Oh my god, dude. She's gonna fuck. Alright, he's gonna try to make the bite attack. He might. Ooh, this is not someone we want to die.
Wait, her strength doesn't she get the 20 for her strength check since I hit him with guiding bolt?
So,
No, that's advantage to hit him, not for her to break out of his grapple.
Okay. All right.
question here. I know you guys are in the middle of the combat, so I apologize. But I mean, wouldn't he kind of like sense or maybe smell Strahd on her, and maybe like, oh, I don't want to fuck with this.
I like where your head's at. He does fully miss the bite, even though he's holding her. And I like that idea, so we're gonna flavor that miss as he's just like, the master. You smell like the master. Ah! He's gonna shove her away. She kind of staggers back, like, like choking because he was holding her around the throat. Agnes.
All right, cool. So Agnes is gonna try something new here, seeing how everything's not working. He's gonna use his channel Divinity to basically curse this dude. So, yeah, so mark another creature's life force for termination.
Alright, Path the Grave. Wow, vulnerability to all of the attack. Okay. Damn. He kind of like he like grabs his skin as he's just like, why? It feels like normal flesh again. No. No. Bodivin.
All right. Well, I mean, they got it taken care of. Just gonna throw out another sacred flame.
Alright, fuck yeah, why not? Fails again! This is best save! Stop! The holy fire burns! It burns my skin!
Bodovin's just like doing target practice, like trying to get better.
Thimble.
All right. He's gonna try another hold person.
Doubling back, that was what we did determine doesn't work, is the whole person, because he is undead. I was mixing up. Believe it or
I
not,
just
all
missed.
3 APs are fighting undead shit at the moment that I'm running right now.
Oh, okay.
And it gets very confusing.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck. Is there any bonus to that?
Is
'Cause
your
he's still
Lord
cursed?
and Savior.
No, the curse was a bonus to damage. I fucked it up.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. In that case, he dodges out of the way. Irina, honestly, is going to stumble away and take the disengage. You see, she kind of looks wide-eyed and panicked. She's like, I won't die from a vampire. I won't die from a vampire. I won't. Doru is going to try and... He's going to jump at Agnes, honestly. And I'm actually kind of dumb. He should have been able to do 2 attacks this time. So he's going to go in with the claw and then the bite, if he can get you. 16
I think I'm 18.
for Agnes. Oh, okay. Then he tries
Yeah,
to grab
18.
you and does not. So he's going to go in for one more attempt to grab you. 8. Definitely not. Fails it. Agnes.
All right, sorry, I'm looking at spells and crap. All right, yeah, he's like, I really just want to like dual cast like Sacred Flame or something like that, you know, like 2-5, but I don't think that's something I can do. So he's just
I
gonna.
don't think that's in your repertoire at the moment.
Oh, well, gosh, dang it!
Is that your save? I feel like your save should be higher than the 11. Could be wrong, though. Well, I mean, he fucks up anyway, so he takes that 1 damage. Bodivin, are you still peppering him?
Yeah, I guess we're having like this like little sacred flame like dart target match.
Yeah, it's really
And,
not a good time for him.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a gold Sacred Flame. Hey, let's. He does make it that time though, so no damage. Or is it
I
half
could
damage?
I could actually twin spell Sacred Flame, but then like throw one of them at Agnes just to like hit him for fun. But we'll save that for later.
All right, Thimble. Do you think you can finish this guy off?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted.
No, you're good.
We'll try.
Oh.
Fucking finally.
There's the crit.
You did it.
All right. With one last swing of your scimitar, you open him up, like hip to shoulder, and as he, falls onto the ground, Irina is just like, "Mr. Thimble, take this!" And she like tosses you a wooden sharpened stake.
What the fuck do you want me to do with it?
Stab his heart.
Okay, then I'll stab his heart.
You see his whole body like stiffen again really quick, and just kind of begin to like crumble into not like ash, but like this like freshly tilled grave dirt. At this point, Donovich just falls to the ground, full fucking weeping. But you guys.
Well, it was hard to kill that thing.
Yeah, it's not great.
I also feel like we just sucked rolling on that one.
There was some.
Yeah, it's not like it wasn't hard because you guys are still all fine. Like no one's hurt, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, Irina's really.
You guys are bad.
We landed a lot of Sacred Flames, though, guys. I think we really did something there.
Textbook Sacred Flames.
It probably
Okay,
smells
so
awesome in there.
he was a vampire spawn. Let's get you guys the XP for that. Everybody's gonna get 450 XP.
Oh, is that just the ones that were in combat?
It's everybody.
Now we'll get it too.
Yeah, I'm not a big believer on like not giving XP for people who aren't there. It just fucks everything up.
It was how much? 460?
450.
450.
450.
450. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Should be 1951
You're
or
1951.
71. 71.
Right, yeah.
71.
Shout out to 1971.
Yeah.
Fucking 2
Me
years
too.
after the moon landing.
What?
Allegedly.
I don't know why that was
Yeah.
my go-to. Was 2 years. Nothing about the actual year. It's like, oh yeah, that was post 2 years of moon landing.
Poor guy. He just wanted a sandwich. You guys just rolled up and murdered him.
That was fucking rough. Donovich is just full
Yeah.
crying.
Both of them started it.
Irina's bleeding.
He really did.
It's just like,
He just wanted food from his dad.
Almost gonna nudge Agnes like, hey man, you wanna help her out?
So like Agnes is like super, like tunnel vision, like intrigued by this vampire, and so he's kind of starting to bend over, like take a knee, and he wants to kind of inspect a little more. I don't know if there's something I can roll to.
I would say like as it's
Gain
dissolving
anymore.
into that like grave dirt, give me I'll say an investigation or a religion check.
All right, let's try this again.
Oh, 21. Oh, that is very good. Okay. So, I mean, if you had to guess, you don't know of any other vampires in the region right now except for Strahd. You heard Donovich say something about like a rebellion or like something led by a wizard. It seems that, by all accounts, this guy probably died from Strahd's hand. You can see these two like fang marks in Doru's neck as his body like crumbles away. Likely he was kind of stuck in this like weird purgatory state where he was like unable to ascend to full vampirism because he's just been locked in the church basement. And hasn't had any, like, hasn't grown his
Nice.
powers at all because he hasn't fed at all. So he's probably just been like starving since however long ago that raid on Castle Ravenloft was.
Yeah, he's
Awesome,
like that
yeah,
vampire from Blade that that's all like fucked up in the basement.
Yeah.
They throw the chick down in there, and he's all weird and shit. If you've ever seen it,
I haven't, but I
Yeah.
believe you. All right. Cool. So, the three of you that are down here, you're saying Irina is over there. Definitely hurt. Are you guys saying anything to her or Donovich, who's just kind of crying?
Agnes, kind of like coming out of his intrigues, gonna stride over and toss a cure wounds on Irina.
Yeah.
If this-
Ooh, excuse me. All right, go ahead and roll that cure wounds. It's gonna get her pretty close to full. And she's like,
Sweet, good enough for me.
Hey, real quick,
Mhm.
Ben, did we ever land on the rules around vampires? I know that we
In what
talked
way?
about it. And like, what's the rules that govern like the left and right limits of vampires?
Oh yeah, I think
in
you
game?
made some checks the other day that got you most of the main ones. So in this setting, there is like the whole forbiddance thing. Like vampires can't enter a residence without an invitation from an occupant.
Right, right.
Um,
And then
the
running water.
running
and then
water was
obviously
true.
stake to the heart.
Running water was true. They basically, they can't stand it. Mechanically, what happens is they take like no save 20 acid damage a turn while they're in running water. Stake to the heart is what kills them. But only if they're like staked in their like home, like their resting place. And for this guy, the fucking basement's the only place he's ever known. Like that was his resting place. And then, I mean, classic vampire, sunlight, no good.
Right.
Those are definitely like the big ones.
Yeah. And then there's some. Okay, I mean, I guess we could work with that. Because I was wondering about like reflection, silver. Obviously, religion would be something that's kind of hard to nail down because Christianity isn't a thing here.
Well, I mean, you guys do from your reading from Madame Ava's Taroka deck. She did tell you that there's some sort of fucking holy symbol that would be very good against him.
Okay.
That was
that
was when she drew the Three of Swords. Go to the mountains, climb the White Tower guarded by golden knights for a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. So potentially religion is in play as a concept.
Yeah,
for anti-vampire.
And I'm tracking that. I'm trying to think like I was just trying to pregame a couple of things like
some plans here.
Like I mean, holy water wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. Would holy water be a thing?
I think you guys would know that just like holy water, considering how marked up it was in that town, holy water is just good against undead in general.
Yeah.
Undead do not like holy water. And
running water will work.
Running water honestly more devastating than the holy water. If you could like get a vampire to, I don't know, tie him down like a river or something. There was actually I had some players in a Pathfinder game once, a homebrew I did, where they killed the final boss of this vampire cult that I made. They plane shifted him to the plane of water, which is just a plane of solely running water, and he couldn't plane shift back, so he just like took damage every round till he died.
What about pee?
What?
I'll just piss on him.
Wow, this
hold him
got
down and
really
piss on him.
kinky real quick.
I think you might think that might just lead to you getting killed by Strahd first.
Challenge accepted.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So Irina kind of like thanks you. I appreciate the healing. Donovich, what is wrong with you? He was my only son. I prayed every night, day and night. I thought the gods would help me cure him without destroying him. I'm sorry. I should have been focusing more on protecting you and the village.
Yeah,
So
you
where
should
can we bury bodies at around here?
The
It's
grave,
kind of like we've had death at a funeral.
the graveyard at the back of the church. Here, I'll kind of ping us over there. This is
Grab the
where-
dirt. Let's go.
All right. He kind of just like
We
takes...
sweep up his son.
Yeah, I was like, gathers as much of his son as you guys can, and you bury him in consecrated earth.
Can we get rid of those tokens? I guess it
Um,
doesn't really matter. We're not going to be on this map
Oh,
much
these ones,
longer.
yeah, sorry. Those were just for us keeping track of that other thing. There you go.
I mean, can we keep some of those ashes too, maybe?
Keep his dead vampire son's ashes?
I don't
Or,
know.
Didn't
sorry,
we
Sounds
put another
intriguing.
body to
Grave
rest
dirt?
while we were there?
I like it.
She's like,
What happened to the gentle
Donovich.
repose?
could you... Sorry, I was doing Irina as Donovich. So hold on. Donovich, it's me, Irina. Irina's like, listen, Donovich, the Burgomaster's dead. Could we bury him as well? Could you do his last rites? He was my father, after all. As she says that, anyone that wants to who's there, go ahead and give me an insight check. All right. Bodovin and Agnes here. You see Donovich hesitates when she calls him my father.
That's all we get for a nat 20.
I mean, I would say that's a pretty clear answer. He does not seem to think that the mayor is this chick's dad.
Oh, I thought you were talking fathers and priests.
No,
Okay,
no,
never
no.
mind.
Like she's talking about getting Kolyan Indirovich, the burgomaster's body, buried, and she's like, please, we got to bury my dad. And when she says that, Donovich, the priest, is just like, oh. Do you guys bring it up at all, or
is
you
that
kind of
a
let it
yes?
Yeah, we're like, what's that look on your face? Like, why did you just do that? Is that not her dad?
She like kind of laughs, but then like turns around and sees Donovich like looking at the ground, and she's like, Donovich, what are they talking about? I didn't want you to find out this way, Irina. Find out what, Donovich? You're not the natural
Not
daughter
the father.
of the Burgomaster Indirovich. What?
Plot twist.
He found you at the edge of the Svalich woods near the pillar stone of Ravenloft, a few kilometers from the castle. You were a wee thing then. I'm not surprised you don't have any memory. But he adopted you, and he did treat you as his own. He did truly care for you, Irina. Irina just kind of like full sits down on a nearby tombstone, and she's like, he never said. She seems just like at a loss for words. What do you guys do with this knowledge?
Do you do with that knowledge? I mean,
I don't know.
seems like they need the counseling of a really good cleric or something to talk about this whole family trauma thing going on.
Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
The church exclusively pickles eggs.
Yeah, let's
as
get
its
Dr.
food
Phil in
source.
here.
Now, real quick. So you guys, so what we found out is that
Did you change mics? What the fuck?
No, does it sound different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Sounds
little
real-
bit, yeah.
It sounds like you're just like in like talking in a hallway
I mean,
now
you're-
for some reason.
It's still clear though.
Yeah, I can still hear you. It's just like a different like ambiance to the voice. It threw me off. Sorry, go ahead.
Here,
Oh,
this
now
work?
it's the exact same.
Oh, that's
again,
good.
All right. Well, thanks for distracting from what my train of thought was, but essentially along the lines of, so we found out that this is not her actual father. Is that what we're finding out?
yeah. Correct.
For
Yeah.
you guys? Okay.
So the burgomaster, Kolyan Indirovich, everyone thought Irina was his daughter. She is not. Turns out the mayor found her at like the pillar stone of Castle Ravenloft, which is like, it's not actually at Ravenloft. It's like a big stone just outside the village of Barovia.
Okay, I misunderstood that. I thought it was like this was just some other person who she was claiming to be her father. I was like, oh, then who actually wrote the letter?
No,
Her
yeah,
real
no,
dad.
the dad like didn't even seem. I mean, he must not have wanted anyone to know this because that letter you guys intercepted, like, or got off that body, he called her his daughter.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, now that we know, all right, well, it really was probably could be her actual father, but not that there's much for them to do with that information right now. But
Yeah, and
Let
she's
her
now
fight.
crying,
So if you
and
like,
it's
here,
just a real awkward moment.
yeah. So basically, here's village of Barovia. She would have been found like at the edge of the woods, right over here. With Ravenloft being up those hills.
So there must be a path to the castle there. Sounds like a shortcut.
Who knows? I mean, I do. I know everything, but you don't.
all right, so what do you guys do besides just sit there?
Yeah, I'd say that at that point, unless you have any immediate things for her, she like, if you guys accept, she would encourage you to like, go grab the rest, go grab her father's body and they're gonna bury it. Presumably, she would, grab you guys on the way as well if you want to come to the funeral.
Yeah,
those
let's
of you
get
who
this
know.
burial done with, back to the house, and get a good night's rest. I mean, this was a
All right.
crazy day.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you guys kind of gathered
Now-
back. Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, while
Yes,
they're
sir.
doing that, I think Uhtred and I wanted to kind of explore her house a bit more to see what we can find
Ooh,
out,
while
because
she's gone. Yeah, absolutely.
she wasn't quite giving us all the information. Clearly, she was holding something back. So while she's gone, I feel like
Ooh.
Ingmar would
Ooh.
throw out his divination spells to see what he can find out.
Some sneaky
Uhtred
stuff
would do
going
his
on.
shit.
All right. So you guys basically, down here at E4 at the Burgomaster's Manor. So I'll kind of read the inside description because it has been a hot minute. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in nearly every room. The Burgomaster, he was in like the side drawing room, laying in a simple wooden coffin. I'm gonna say, as you guys are snooping around here, first of all, just give me some investigation checks.
Normal?
Unless you have anything you think would give you advantage.
Well, I mean, we did get her out of the house and we're there by ourselves.
Taking our sweet time.
I'd say you do have a time limit. You know what? Yeah, I'll give you advantage. Go ahead.
Yeah, we fought that vampire
You
forever.
did. Yeah, you guys earned them that advantage. Okay, so 23 and a 17 with your respective advantages. All right. Give me one moment.
And then also, I would be doing my detect magic ritual.
Okay.
To throw that out there to see what we can get.
I want to look at the father. Take a closer look at the old man.
Ooh, okay. So you're looking at the old man as well.
Perhaps I can speak to his spirit at some point.
All right. All right. So, we'll start with his body. So what she told you guys was that, like, the house keeps getting assaulted at night by like Strahd's minions, like fucking dire wolves, zombies, like crazy shit, trying to get her to, scare her into giving in, basically, and going to live in Ravenloft. She said that the Burgomaster's heart couldn't stand the constant assault, and he kind of just like died of a heart attack 3 days ago. You guys think that's not entirely true. You're not quite sure how he would have done it, but it seems perhaps Strahd poisoned the man to farther alienate her from anyone that could help her.
So I do have proficiency in the poisoner's kit. So you using that knowledge, would I be able to determine whether or not poison was the case?
I would say, yeah, considering you have that and the high roll you got, you would think that this was probably some sort of inhaled poison that he was kind of pumping in through the windows, or maybe not him, but his minions.
Okay.
Likely it was something that like maybe it wasn't incredibly potent to someone who's like young and a fighter, like Irina, but an older man. Enough doses of this, he probably just eventually succumbed.
Okay.
All right, detecting magic. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm not getting two maps mixed up here. There's a lot of maps in this village. All right. So, unfortunately, that detect magic, even though you take all the time here, it does not seem as if they had any magical items left in the house.
Okay. What about the holy symbols? Would that be something that would be powerful enough to deter supernatural beings like dire wolves, zombies, anything undead?
Or is this just their religious zealots? Or the hope that it might work?
The former. It is like partially like a folklore type thing. But you think like the amount of holy symbols, the amount of effort they've put into it more than anything, would at least have like partially consecrated this manor, which would mean that certain types of undead would have a harder time breaking in and like crossing the thresholds.
Okay. So as we're continuing this investigation, as the longer that we stay in the house, Uhtred starts getting like just kind of like just really like just agitated,
Yeah.
like something's wrong, but he doesn't know what's wrong exactly.
Something like breathing down your neck, but you like can't put your finger on like what's causing that.
Yeah, just like
feeling.
just anxious, it's like anxious and irritable.
All right. Yeah, you definitely can like feel that anxiety creeping up on you.
Okay. So the boarded windows, I'm assuming that the windows are boarded from the inside, which would be to keep attackers from coming in. Did you mention any boarded doors, like any rooms that are blocked off or anything like that?
I will double check, but I believe all the rooms inside are open. It's just like any path that leads to the outside has been boarded up.
Okay.
With those investigations, you would know that primarily what Strahd was using to attack was likely a combination of zombies, rat swarms, and dire wolves.
Okay.
Gotcha. That was my concern, is like, do we see any like scratch marks or any indentation of what's been attacking, or if it's coming from inside? Yeah, so
definitely coming from
this
the outside,
information
for sure.
Okay. Clearly, it seems, based on what you found with the poison, that Strahd has a very deep infatuation with this woman. Yes.
It seems that would be the case. I mean, he's throwing a lot of resources at this one house here. There's something going on about this woman here.
With the creatures he sends, why not just come during the day and take her? Or come himself?
That I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's all part of the game, like the hunt. It gets him excited.
Yes, she is not all she makes out to be. Clearly,
Right.
there's something there for us to investigate when they return.
Perhaps. And perhaps he himself. He can't come in.
Yeah. Perhaps. Maybe we should stay here for tonight and see what happens. Maybe we find more answers.
I would say so, but we might need to make a bit of preparations if we're in due for a full-on assault.
I will leave that to you and the experts. I will stick with looking at the cards to determine what may or may not happen that way.
All right.
Aye, you check the cards and the dwarf and the. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and the dwarf. And then know I'm to get back.
So
Let's see what we can do as far as making better fortifications.
Right. So you guys can make
Absolutely.
these fortification plans. They would come by eventually, once you guys finish your investigations, do the funeral. And as you guys think about your preparations, let's take our first just bio break here. Anyone need any longer than just like 5 minutes?
5 works for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that
That
works.
works.
I'll take 4.5.
All right.
Or you
I'll run a
fucking
quick
one-upper.
ad
4 and a
for
quarter.
those watching, and I will also be back in 5 minutes.
4.5. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring us back in. All right,
Yeah, get ready for that, Ben.
okay, I'll note
Yeah.
it. Love a good crazy plan. All right, so you guys do.
Strap in.
Yeah. Yes. Was I being summoned?
He said strap in.
Oh, I thought he said, "Hey Ben." I was like, "Yeah, what's up?"
No, for the crazy plan, strap in.
All right, cool. I mean, once again, as it gets closer to midnight, you guys see that crazy March of the Dead, like the green light images of like men, women wearing like great swords, bows, dwarves, these like dwarves with like glittering axes, archaically dressed mages and beards and pointed hats, the whole 9 yards. As again, you were reminded of just how many fucking adventurers have come through Barovia and not succeeded.
Oh yeah, the spirits and shit.
Yeah.
The spirit parade. And
They-
did we just see that in the streets just randomly?
You saw it when you first got here, like the first night, and it's
Right.
happening again.
Okay.
Basically, they like march. That's not the right layer that I'm pinging on. They kind of like march out of the graveyard, like down this street to like the central area, and then kind of like file off in different directions.
Clearly the undead are restless in this town.
As
Can't
you
wait
guys,
to speak with them when I get the chance.
hell yeah. As you guys are getting ready for, the spending the night in the mansion, you do hear the small sound of wooden wheels rolling across the damp cobblestones from outside. You see a hunched figure bundled in rags pushing a rickety wooden cart through the fog. And that figure I'm going to put next to Ingmar's token over here. And I will show you her art.
There we go.
Would you care for
Wow.
a pastry?
No.
2 for 5 copper. They're quite good.
She baked them
What's
with
in 'em?
those fingernails? Damn.
What's in
I
them?
mean, that could be like a cherry pastry.
Pastry things.
Hmm.
I
they
would
smell
have to
good?
decline.
They do smell good. Here, let me get the.
What
full
are you doing out in the streets at this time of night? While everyone else is boarded up in their homes, you are out and about trying to barter pastries.
They look. Sorry, just a sidetrack. They look and smell like mincemeat pies.
So they're
Minced
savory, not
people.
the sweet.
Yeah, they are savory. I was wrong. I thought they were cherry for some reason.
Nah, they're the gross European kind of pies that I deal with over here in New Zealand.
Ew.
Shout out.
They
Probably
don't
made
use
out of
real
people.
sugar.
Yeah, you can tell how I feel about those.
Oh.
Is that what you do with all the birds that don't make it?
I'll be fine. I've made
Bird pie.
bargains that keep me safe in the fog. Would you like a pie?
It'll make me quite uncomfortable. I will decline.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, but you see.
She like waves her hand. There's like a sparkle of purple like energy in the air.
You see. I, Morgantha, have made these special dream pastries. What would you give to dream of a place full of joy, far removed from the evils of Barovia? I'll tell you, the people here pay a steep price for such a deal.
We're all
All right,
here
you
right
changed
now,
my
right?
interest. What's that?
We're all here All of us?
Yeah, this is after the funeral, so you guys are like back in the house.
Okay.
Uhtred is like going around. You can tell me what even more plans, Uhtred, like, getting the house ready and stuff. Although you probably hear this, crazy ass old lady cackling outside if you want to go investigate.
Thimble's gonna lean over to Arena and be like, "Who the hell is this crazy broad?"
Bodovin wants a pie.
That's Morgantha. She's she's from somewhere, I assume, in kind of the lands around the village of Barovia. I don't know, she's this old lady. She's always peddling her wares here.
With Bodovin.
Have you ever
Bodovin's eating
Okay.
one of these pies for sure.
Look over and Bodovin's like full eating a pie.
It's the dream pie, though, right?
It is, yeah.
That's the one he
Dream
wants.
pastry. Do you eat it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a Constitution save.
Do it.
You now have the squirt.
Who died of dysentery.
Oh man, he definitely has the squirts now.
No, this isn't the Oregon Trail. You guys watch Bodovin bite into it, have kind of like a stupid happy grin on his face. Bodovin, go ahead and give me a 1d4 plus 4 roll, please.
Okay. A 1d4 plus 4, so 8.
Nice.
You are
Nice.
going to
Right.
be in a trance
8 inches.
for the next 8 hours.
Oh,
Oh, my
Jesus.
god.
It will end if you take any damage, though.
He's
he's
what for 8 hours?
In a trance. So as you
Just
kind of
put him to bed.
you see Bodovin kind of like lean back against like the the doorstop of the house, half the pie still in his hand, and she's like, Morgantha's like, oh, there he goes, bye, he's gone. And Bodovin, you're like dreaming that you're back in along the Sword Coast, far away from Barovia. You're at like this wonderful carnival festival that's just outside town. The mayor has brought you in to Daggerford just to provide some security for the carnival, but you're just having a grand old time. It's so warm, just a lovely summer night. You see fireflies in the distance.
I'm going to take him and I'm going to put him to bed. And
Okay.
while I'm putting him to bed, I'm going to absolutely tell him what a fool he is and to quit taking shit from strangers. You can't trust everyone that comes across your path.
Would anyone else like a dream pastry?
I would walk
No.
up and I'd take one from the lady.
She offers it to you.
Let's see what you got there, sister.
Ah, here you go. It's not often that I see strangers in Barovia, apart from those sad old things back there.
She kind of points at, like, the remnants of the ghostly parade marching by.
Well, it's not often that we come to Barovia. What you got here?
Well, these dream pastries, they bring you to a joyous location far from the evils of the world.
Uhtred, do not take them. We've seen what happens with the young one over there.
You come back from putting Bodovin to bed to see Uhtred, like, fully talking to this lady.
How many of these do you have on you, sister, by chance?
If you look at the image handout, just like so many, like rows and rows.
How many do you think I could get for maybe 5 gold piece?
For 5 gold pieces?
A whole cart.
Take the cart. Like, literally, that's enough to buy this rickety piece of shit. Take the whole cart.
Thank you, sister. Appreciate it.
She just leaves the cart. She's like,
No. If you're here like the others, and you're involved with Strahd himself, I would be most careful.
So as she says that, Uhtred just kind of like, he just walks away, kind of leaves like the rest of the talking up to you guys. But what you see him doing is pushing this cart, and he's taking these pastries, and he's just placing them, like just dumping them in piles
Around the house?
Yeah.
So stupid. God damn it. I love it.
He's just placing them, just dumping them around the house.
Sweet Christmas. She's like, I mean, he bought them, I guess.
Do they have any side effects to them if you eat them?
No. Not
Do
for
not
one.
take these. We do not what is coming.
No, not.
We don't.
What? What do you? I don't know what that means. They just.
She just repeats the exact same sales pitch. She's like, they make you dream of a joyous place far removed from the evils of
You
the
are
world.
all fools. Ingmar will literally start to push her, move along, lady, move along.
Thanks,
And then
lady.
he'd look at the group. He'd look at the group and be like, why are you attempting to barter with her? We know it will. I've seen what happens. It sedates you. It does make you dream. People use this as an escape from the reality, but for us, we don't need an escape. We need to know what's coming soon.
Well, I thought she was gonna come steal our organs when we were tripping. She was super creepy.
Terrible either way.
Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. So quit
I wanna
engaging
say
with
sorry.
her. Let's
No.
finish.
I love Nate's commitment to the high-pitched
Yeah,
voice
I
for
do admire the
Thimble.
commitment. As Morgantha walks
Absolutely.
away,
Fucked up.
she's like,
I fucked up, and it's here now. It's what I got.
fucked up. Morgantha starts walking away, and she's like, well, remember, Strahd's not the only undead in Barovia.
We know this.
There doesn't seem to be much living around here, if I'm honest with you, sister.
Well, there is a limit of souls here, that is true.
But, any other little tidbits of information you'd like to pass upon us?
I don't know if you'd be the type, being... Well, I don't know if you're the righteous do-gooders that the rest of them were, but... If you find yourself near Vallaki, Strahd has some old enemies there. Undead enemies. The Knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon. You can find them in a mansion outside of town. Perhaps they'll know more about Strahd von Zarovich and his plans.
I appreciate it, sister. If we're ever in the area, we'll certainly look these nights up. As Uhtred gives her another gold piece.
All right, you give her a gold piece. She starts walking away. Do you guys just let her go? Do anything else?
No, Ingmar's just totally going to let her go so we can get back to work.
All right. That's done then. So, what are you... so you obviously you're dumping some pies around the outside.
I am, yes. And then I would kind of yell at the group and about to slip into the Uhtred accent. So I'd kind of yell out to the group. Any of you fellas happen to be carrying any oil by chance?
Agnes kind of pipes up and he's like, yeah, I've got some oil here. And what
Hey,
is that
come on
that
back.
smells so good?
Anybody else?
It's these sweet pastries the lady gave us. And he's gonna hand him one.
Put it down, gnome. Did they have any oil over at the stinking this dude's
Yeah,
shop?
I think they did. Hold on.
Yeah,
but
that's
it was
where I bought mine.
you couldn't afford it. It was really expensive.
Let's find out.
Uhtred, here's a plan. We take 2 of the pastries, we take them over to the shop, and we give it to the shop guy and his nephew as like a goodwill gesture. And when they are falling asleep, we steal all the shit.
Hey, finally,
Ooh,
you
he
come
does have
around
a
to my
point.
side. You come around to my side of the house. I like it. I like it. don't you hear?
Oil. They would have oil. Let me check the price.
You were onto something else here, boss. You're behind.
Oh yeah, sorry. You guys are trying to fucking get them with the thing, the pies.
So
It's all about supply
Perhaps-
and demand. We've got the whole demand of pies now, so
perhaps we take a few over there, and maybe I can apologize for my rude behavior before. Ask them to break bread with us. like it.
Just
Maybe
so you are
let me do
aware,
that.
you guys should know that they have probably seen her and know what those treats are for, but you must hurry because it's already dark. If something happens, you will be stuck out and we cannot help.
Yeah, how much
Good
time do we
call.
have?
Until bedtime. I mean, depends on when you guys want to go to bed. It's probably approaching like 11 o'clock right now.
At night?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we don't have time. Yeah. So I would keep how much oil? How much oil do you have there, dwarf?
I've got one oil skin.
How much oil
Damn
is
it, I
in
missed.
one oil skin?
I'm trying to catch this fucking mosquito buzz here on my desk. Sorry.
About 8 gills.
I don't know what that means.
It's about a half guap.
What the fuck?
About
What are we
16
talking about?
jiggers.
All right. Well, oil comes in a 1 pound flask. So whatever the much fuck is in that.
We've got a pound
He's
of
just.
oil.
I think he's probably just trying to find out how big of an area it will cover.
It
So it's like
holds 1
it's a
point.
small.
Blah, blah. It holds 1 pint. As an action, you can splash oil, and cover an area of a 5-foot square area.
Oh, that's not very much at all.
No. Remember we had to. Remember how much you guys used in the other game we played?
Yeah. Okay. I'll continue just putting these pies around, and then we'll just forget about the oil. I just want to take those and just kind of just evenly distribute them all around the house, but just kind of just scatter it so there's no real rhyme or reason. I just want to make sure that we've got a pie perimeter.
Okay, got the pie perimeter.
So Thimble is gonna sneakily like stick 4 of those in his bag.
God damn it. You go out a little bit later and try to do that.
And I think what Uhtred is going to do, instead of going back in the house because it makes him feel uneasy, he is just going to sit on top of the house.
Okay. Climb to the roof.
Yeah.
All right. So, gonna roll some stuff here. Are you guys taking turns doing watches, or are you just kind of posting up there, Uhtred, for the night? Because that will give you some fatigue the next day.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take first watch,
Okay.
but he's going to sleep on top of the house instead of inside.
Okay. During your watch, give me a perception check. All right. You don't see anything, but you hear like coming from all around you.
Okay. Anything that I can note with dark vision?
As you kind of, I'll say, yeah, as once you hear it, you kind of peer over the edge. You see 3 rat swarms nibbling on the pies.
Okay.
And they are all going to fall asleep.
Okay.
And everyone is going to get 40 XP. for defeating the rat swarms.
Nice move.
I was like, I rolled a few rolls for that, and it worked out exceedingly well. Yeah. Apart from that, that's
2021.
That's the only encounter for the
Yep.
night. You guys do your watches. Come next morning, and you see like the rats are starting to stagger away, having all slept or tranced like various amounts. But
I
you
would
do
like
make it through the
to.
night.
I try and snatch up one of the rats.
Yeah, you can pretty easily. I'd say there's, considering they all had to roll different amounts of how long they slept, you definitely, find someone you can grab.
Okay. I would snatch up one of the rats, and then I would hand it over to. I'd hand it over to Thimble. See what this fella's got to say.
Okay. What were you guys trying to do here?
So they what's the description? You put your description of that ability in the chat. They can only do like, it's like very short explanations, right?
Yeah, it's a rat. They don't.
Yeah, they're not
Communicate
communicate how rats
simple
communicate.
ideas. Not me. Just use my eyes.
Ooh, who used your eyes?
Cold man.
Cold man. Is he close?
The rat kind of just like shakes its head back and forth.
Is he an ugly rat, or is he like kind of a cute, furry little guy?
It's ugly as fuck. It's like matted
Okay, never mind.
fur. One of his ears is like chewed up from fighting.
Okay, Thimble does not want him as a companion.
Right.
Is there anything else you want from him? I mean, he's a rat.
Okay, so I'm assuming that you're relating this information.
Yeah.
Ask this rat. When someone's using his eyes, does he have any control over what he can do?
Does the cold man control you? Make you do things?
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. Sorry, kinda.
Do you like those? Do you like those pies that we set out for you and your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the pies we saw for your friends?
Yeah.
They do.
Good
They do.
bites. Good bites.
I tell you what, fella. Anytime this cold man he comes and he tries to use your eyes, tell your friends that we've got plenty of pies for him. All they have to do is just come to us and ask. We'll fill their bellies up.
Okay.
All right, get out of here, little guy.
Scurries away.
All right. So is it morning now?
It is morning now.
All right. Well, with that case, Ingmar would check on Bodovin to make sure he's good. And
Bodovin, you
wakes up,
do
he
wake up with a bit of a longing for the Sword Coast. But
Longing for the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
Very excited about his experience with the pies. Just very refreshed. Everybody else should have joined in.
I think
you should not have eaten that pie, my friend. You need to be more careful. You don't know what was in it, and you just took it regardless. You should be more careful in the future.
Oh man, I think you might be right.
I'd like to.
Okay.
I'd like to try the plan we were talking about earlier. So I'd take a couple of these pies over to the shop.
Uhtred, well, Ingmar is basically gonna, when he sees what you guys are doing, Ingmar's gonna be like, well, listen, we don't have a lot of time. We need to make a move. We have more important things than getting revenge, so make it quick.
Charlie.
You got it.
All right, so take some pies, back over here to E1, and then who's coming with me?
Thimble for sure.
Emble?
Oh,
He's
Agnes is
committed.
definitely coming because he heard the sweet story from last time or whatever, remembers what happened last time, and he's pretty excited.
And Uhtred, let me do the
Ingmar's
talking
not
because
gonna
you're not very charismatic.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough, Gnome.
All right, let's do this quick.
All right, so we go to the shop.
All right. Cool. Go back to the shop. Let me see if I can pop up this dude's art again. 1 sec. Oh, sorry. Nah, there is no art for him. It's just the default Barovian token is his ward, his nephew. But before you guys talk to Bildrath again, I actually need to just make a quick phone call. So you guys give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I
They're
don't know if
opportunists,
they're.
but they're not
Alright,
evil.
let's get back into it.
We're still into it, man.
What's the plan?
We're having a very theological conversation on what we should or shouldn't do for these guys, and I'm super into it.
Yeah, that's up to you guys.
Please
Pull the
continue.
trigger. Well, as you enter, our lovely friend, certainly not a swindler, Bildrath the merchant, Bildrath Cantemir. Well, if it isn't you lot again.
Yeah, it's us. Is your big fella around?
Periwimple. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Fucking ripped ass stock boy comes out of the back.
He's here.
So we lost our temper. Not saying that was right. Not saying like all parties involved. Maybe it could have gone a little better. But we want to we're apologize on our part for what we did, and we'd like to give these to you as a token of our sincerity and apologies and all. He's gonna give them 2 dream cakes.
Okay. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna make a public roll here. Give me 1 second.
Is it against my charisma check?
It's gonna be straight perception check.
Because he's charismatic as fuck.
Well, he is charismatic as fuck, but it's also just like, does he recognize the pies from the fucking local pie lady?
Put some garnish on it before I do that.
That was
Little
my
smiley
biggest
face.
concern was if they clearly they know who that lady is, so you got to be careful.
Like a little smiley face on top of it.
Alright, let's see. So he is commoner. Alright, so it's gonna be I'm gonna let you said you were like kind of disguise it with some like garnishes and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll say give me a fucking deception check here.
That goes to the
Not
runner.
I think Ty goes, what is it in combat?
So
How does it go in combat?
The
he has
attacker.
to hit the DC or meet the DC or exceed it.
And then
We
Ty goes to the
tied. We
attacker.
just want to go. We just want to re-roll. 2 out of 3.
I kind of want to see if it's a more decisive outcome than an even tie. So I will say you both can roll again.
Yeah.
Got to beat an 8.
God damn. Oh,
What's the real solution?
That's fucking wild, to be honest.
Third time.
I would say on
yep, eat it.
on fucking 2 ties, he's just like he does. I'll say this: he does not recognize the pies. He is admittedly a little suspicious considering how angry you guys were last time. So I want you guys to give me probably like a persuasion check as you see Periwimple, the stock boy, start reaching for one of the pies as the main guy, Bill Drath slaps his hand away. He's like, and how do we know that these pies are good for eating?
Yes.
Stupid time for a nat 20. I'll say you guys working in conjunction. Fucking Uhtred and Thimble. What do you guys say with this convincing argument? Like, why should this guy
Dream
trust you
team.
to eat these pies?
Okay. Look, my buddy here, he's a hothead. Like, he's an asshole. Like, we'll all admit it. He's a douchebag of our party. But he's really a good guy once you get to know him. Like, he's not a bad guy. He's just kind of a douchebag.
The little one here, he speaks the truth, fella. We had a hard day's ride coming up here. And in addition to that, we had a pretty rough scruff up at this haunted house on the street here, but we mean no ill will. I think last time we met, our tempers flared a bit, so this is our way of just saying deepest sympathies for any anguish we might have caused. We have the truest of intentions of helping the people of this town, including yourself.
You sold me on it. Go on, lad. They're just gonna take a bite out of the pie. And you're gonna be tranced for 8 hours.
Oh, let's
Right, let's
loot
get
the
the
place.
It's a good thing we got the
Both of-
cart.
Did both of them eat or just the one?
Both of them ate it.
Both of them? All right, good deal. All right, let's pull up this pull up this list.
It's a good thing we got that old lady cart.
It is.
Holy fuck. Alright, hold on. Give me a second. This is gonna be, I'm gonna need some fucking loot tables here.
Ben's like, these motherfuckers.
Magic items? No, you fucking wish.
It's gonna be some loot here.
Kegs of ale.
Gonna be some loot here.
Kegs of ale.
Oh,
Oh, how
These
do
people.
I choose not magic items? There we go.
and then Thimble's
right.
gonna do a little perusing in the back, see if there's anything special in the back.
All right, well, give me first of all, whoever wants to do it, give me a D100 roll.
I'll do it.
We're gonna see what value we're working here with the items. 15. Okay. Okay, and he does have a lot of the supplies. Pull up the adventuring gear table. All right.
Come on, bag of holding.
No, he doesn't have any magic items. All right. So, if anyone's ready to write this down, you got the follow. Sorry, he does have 2 potions of healing.
You got that, Uhtred?
Yep, I'm
I'll-
ready.
All right, 2 potions of healing.
I'll add it to the loot list.
There are 1 length of 50-foot hempen rope. Still got some more value to use up. There is 3 flasks of oil. A steel mirror.
Is it like a full size mirror or a handheld mirror?
Like a hand mirror.
Okay.
1 set of manacles. One flask of holy water.
Are the manticles fur-lined?
No, they're quite brutally iron.
All right.
And 2 flasks of alchemist fire. And finally, last one, let's see. That is gonna be 1 healer's kit.
Oh, that's
Okay.
actually pretty nice.
All right,
That
so I'm
just
tracking-
stabilizes people, right?
Yeah, so
I
it
added
has,
it all
it has
to the
10,
loot
10
list for us.
charges.
Did you?
10
Okay.
charges. As an
Yeah,
action,
so
you
we're
can
good on that.
expend
You don't
1
gotta-
to stabilize a creature that is 0 hit points without needing to make the wisdom medicine check.
Nothing in the way of weapons or anything like that?
No, he does not have any weapons.
Okay.
He's mostly
Any,
he's got
secret-
stuff specifically from the adventuring gear table.
Okay. Any
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 back
secret-
door stuff? Except from the back room?
I don't believe so. I'm looking at shit right now. No, that's pretty much it.
All right.
He just sells kind of like very low tier shit for the adventuring gear table.
Okay. All right. So after that, Uhtred will kind of like smirk and look over at Thimble, and well, it seems we got what we came for.
We're here to help the people of this town. Rob's the only store.
You know, I was trying to be the nice guy, but fuck this. Let's go.
All right.
Alright, so-
you grab those items and book it back to the fucking Burgomaster Manor, I guess.
Yep. So
Let's
as
go!
as they're leaving, Uhtred's gonna he'll lean down and get real close to the shopkeeper's ear to make sure that he can hear him. I'll just kind of whisper in his ear. You're lucky the little gnome was with me here, fella. Otherwise, I'd have your fucking head.
I mean, he's just full fucking out of it. He just does not hear that.
Yeah.
It sounds super menacing, but in his mind, he's like off on a beach somewhere. Or I
All
guess
right, now let's beat feet and get out of here.
he's been in
just-
Barovia's entire life, so I guess like his beautiful location is just like a slightly less shitty part of Barovia.
So not the Corona commercial.
No, God, no. It's like
his beach is like a stone, like a rock bank on the side of a cold river. And he's just like, oh, this is fucking lovely.
All right, I call that one a success.
That was
No one died.
truly
Our
wild.
shenanigans are paying off.
Oh boy, will they come back to bite you though.
Oh,
So what's the move here? Are you guys trying? The next one, Irina's definitely like, well,
So with that in mind, I'm gonna chat with the group when they get back.
okay. So group assembles.
Yeah.
Irina's
So,
here
well,
as well.
Clearly, you had a very successful trip. I hope you got everything you were looking for, but we need to make a decision, my friends. Right now, we obviously know Strahd is a vampire, and based on what I know about a few of you, you would not like to keep this evil here. Like myself, I am committed to ensuring this adventure ends, one way or another. But for us, she mentioned some other perhaps undead who may be able to help us with Strahd, or do we do what we can to get this woman out of town like we were talking about?
Well, they're not mutually exclusive. We can get out of town, go to these guys, and then go where we want to go with her. As long as we leave in like 4 hours.
That's
Well-
pretty specific, but look, I'll admit I am okay with leaving. It's probably what's best for the town, although I don't much like the idea of running to a different town.
I will be honest with you. Your health and safety is not one of my concerns in
Dashing,
compared
aren't
to
you?
the overall situation we are dealing with. But I think we should go find these other knights that you spoke of and see what we can find out. More information will help us figure out what we need to do and where we should go next.
The Knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon is what the cart lady had said just outside of what was it? Valaki?
Valaki, yes. Valaki.
Now, lady, I know that you're not very keen on running, and I don't blame you, but I think the best thing for this town is probably for you to leave.
I believe she said that. She will go.
I just wish we
Yes.
had more things that would help against Strahd.
Well, can you point us in the direction of those things? Anything
Well-
come to mind?
Actually, you bring up good point, Uhtred. Remember when we were speaking with the, what was her name?
Madam Ava.
Madam Ava. Yes, thank you, God in Sky.
You're welcome.
We were speaking with Madam Ava. She spoke of a weapon that we might be able to use against her, and perhaps a holy symbol that will also help. Do you perhaps know of a tower of light? Does that ring a bell?
She kind of sounds. Let me roll a check for her, actually. So you're asking for the holy symbol one, essentially.
Yeah, go to the... Oh, no, it was essentially what I was thinking was starting off with the holy symbol, and then after that going for the sword for us.
Okay. All right. So she makes a roll on that. She says, I assume you tell her like what the woman said, like go to the mountains, climb the white tower guarded by golden knights.
Yeah. Do you know what white tower we speak of? Or they were talking about? Do you even just a name?
I've heard that there is an old guard tower in the to Solenka Pass. Here, do you have a map?
Can find it. If you give me name, I will find, no problem.
Right. Ava did give you a map as well.
Oh, okay. Well, that's dumb.
She kind of like pores over the map of Barovia. And she's like, sorry, let me drag you guys all the way down here. So I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see the extent. You guys are down in this area. And I will actually...
And we were just right here, right?
You guys are all the way over here. In the village of Barovia.
Yep.
So essentially, I mean, if you know, not including what roads you'd have to take from the village of Barovia to the pass is about 11 or so miles. But again, this is very hilly
Pretty
terrain.
rough. Yeah.
And like, I mean, a straight line across would be pretty difficult because you'd have to go across Mount Gaucus, which is like a pretty fucking high mountain.
Yeah, definitely going around would probably be our best. But Uhtred's thought, and he's gonna look at all of you like, if there is a holy symbol or weapon that can help us against undead, whether it is used against Strahd or these other knights, these other undead, I think it would be advantageous for us to investigate and try to grab. Yes?
Can't argue with your logic there.
Was there anything else?
Yeah, I agree.
Was there anything else they talked about? This
Yes.
Madam Ava.
There was more, but it's not for you to know at this point. You've helped us enough. Would you like to go with us as we look for this guard tower, or would you prefer to hide out somewhere else? We can escort you on our way out of town.
Actually, miss, there's one more thing. Perhaps would we be able to find any mounts in the village here?
Let's see. Just any mounts that... I mean, there might be a few horses that help out around the farms, but be pretty hard pressed to get any, to be honest. And the ones that are here are kind of weak fare.
Maybe we will be lucky and find one on our way out of town. I don't like the idea of walking, but if it's our options.
I think it might be your only option.
Well, let's get stepping.
All right.
All right.
So for now, I would like to follow my brother's wishes. Would you be able to escort me to Vallaki before? I mean, you could follow, the old Svalich road to Vallaki and then back down the pass toward the Tosalenka Pass and the guard tower.
It is on the way, yes, I believe.
Vallaki, yes, it's on the way.
Let's see, say it will be easy. Maybe we can find horses or the mounts there for us to use. Bodovin, how are you feeling after your night? Are you agreed to go on this adventure?
Yeah, Bodovin's just happy to tag along. He's in a really great mood, kind of keeping to himself. But when you kind of mention his name, he just looks over and nods and smiles.
All right.
Well, then off we go.
All right, we're on a journey again through the wilderness. As you guys leave the village of Barovia. All right. Give me one moment.
There's really only one main road through here.
Yeah, pretty much. There's the central highway, for lack of a better word, of Barovia.
It's like the South Park episode where they have to follow the only road through Canada.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's see. Give me one moment. All right, so you guys passed there before? Yes. So you guys are gonna start heading down the road. And over the course of the first day, you'd be able to make it back to the Ilvis River, which you guys saw before, and that bridge. However, if you guys remember, before it gets dark, you would be able to make it to the crossroads. I would like someone to give me an intelligence check. This is where those... sorry, let me make sure I get this right. Give me an intelligence check as you get to the crossroads.
Real quick with that, if would she? So this is a crossroads. I
Yeah,
believe she spoke about a crossroads.
she may have.
Yeah, she did speak about. She said something about a crossroads
Oh yeah,
when
what you
she was reading
speak,
one of the cards. Yeah.
what you seek lies at the crossroads of life and death among the buried dead. But that might not be her. But you said intelligence.
Yep, give me an intelligence check as you kind of go through.
Is that just an intelligence save or?
You can do intelligence save. I mean, with that 17, the clue is what you seek lies at the crossroads of life and death among the buried dead. As you guys are marching through Barovia, you are gonna pass into Area F. Now, Area F, that's where you guys saw that crazy apparition, I believe, of Bodovin. You saw yourself being hanged. There is also a small graveyard behind that. I'd say the 17
And
Bodovin.
Boatman saw himself being hanged here.
Yeah. It was like that old, an old gallows creaks in the chill wind that blows down from a high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from his beam. The well-worn road splits here. Signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village to the east, the Saar Pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft / Valaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall, crumbling in places, partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in a low fog. What do you guys do?
Yeah, being that this would be so kind of like eerily reminiscent to what Bodovin saw, he would definitely, kind of in detail just check this entire area out because it in his gut tells him that there's something going on here.
All right, give me
Does
a
he say
perception check.
anything to us, or does he just like wander off like the space cadet?
Yeah, just space cadet and kind of like is totally, in the zone checking things out, not really noticing anybody else around.
Hmm.
You guys see
Yeah,
he's kind
and
of looking around
Agnes is
the
gonna walk
around the
over.
graveyard here.
Yeah, Agnes is gonna walk over and to the crumbling wall there and just kind of put his hands on there and do like a history check because he's got that stone cunning thing.
Yeah, sure. Give me a history check.
So I guess it only doubles to 8, which isn't great, but
All right. Did you roll?
yes, but my connection to the server has been interrupted, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine-
same that for me too.
That's just
I
roll
just
20 in
I
general.
just got that too. Yeah. I thought it was my internet for a second, but it's definitely roll 20 in.
okay.
Let me try to refresh that really quick, see if it fixes it.
Good thing we didn't pay money for any of the stuff that we're using.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Fuck.
Fucking funny, huh?
Well, everyone had
Motherfuckers.
dropped off. All the name tags at the bottom had dropped off, and now they're all piling back up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm loaded back in now.
Yeah, it looks like I am too.
Starting to, anyways.
Yeah, it looks like
my thing went away.
popping back in here.
I'm in the clear.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
well,
good.
That was weird.
Todo está bien por ahora.
All right. So let me scroll. Do you want to just make
Hopefully
that roll
soon.
again? With the
Yeah,
stone
give
cunning.
me 2 seconds.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
All right, so it should double because I'm proficient or whatever.
All right. You can tell that some of the gravestones are in fact bricks from this wall that have been removed. One of the stones, though, you look over as you kind of look which ones were part of the wall. You can see that one of the ones is part of the wall. Doesn't really fit the size of a grave plot. It's much smaller. Looks like something smaller has been buried here.
Sweet. Well, I'm gonna go check it out.
All right, are you actively trying to dig it up?
Well, no, that seems silly right off the bat, but maybe I'll just kind of like start inspecting it and kind of like looking around at. Is there anything written on the gravestone or anything like that, or?
Give me an investigation check. Okay. You find on the underside of the stone, there is a small, like, little bit of writing carved in. That's just like, let this remain buried, as it is a testament to the failures of our land.
Okay, so Agnes definitely kind of like relays what he just found to these guys, kind of calling them over. Like, hey, check this out.
Yeah, he calls you guys over. What do you do?
I
Yeah,
Jesus.
definitely go
I
check
would
it out.
actually I see Bodivin going off on his own, kind of just wandering, and I would turn around and kind of tell him like I will be back in a moment. I want to go see what the Bodivin is doing real fast.
All right. Bodivin kind of relays this.
I do what?
I assume you like relay like the what you found. Or sorry,
You
not
didn't.
Bodivin.
I started checking stuff out, and then you did the stuff with the cleric, so we
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
done anything for Bodivin yet.
Bodivin, make
but-
your investigation roll as well. Because it
Alright.
was the cleric that found the writing on the bottom.
All right.
Not much more to add with that.
Yeah, I don't think honestly that Agnes would want to dig it up, but being a cleric and all, he's
Now,
probably
what
just gonna
is
replace the stones.
what does he see that's in? Like, what is he? Because you
Um,
bring us over, so what do you tell us? Like, what's going on?
So I kind of investigated the history of this graveyard here, and it looks like most of these headstones were taken from a wall that used to be here, with this small one that said something very interesting.
I don't remember exactly what I said because I did make that up on the spot, but it says something along the lines of like
Oh.
let this record remain buried because it shows the failures of our nation.
Okay.
So this sounds like a resting place for some souls, and I think we should leave these souls buried.
And then the reason he started investigating was with that. The reason you guys started investigating earlier was that intelligence check was how eerily similar this crossroads seemed to Madame Ava's reading of the future. That what you seek lies at the crossroads of life and death among the buried dead.
Yeah, does Bodivin tell us anything for us along that line, like for us to investigate more?
Yeah, I guess he just like I remembered the dream, seeing himself hanging. But if he remembered the stuff about the crossroads, he would probably ask Ingmar to kind of read the cards and see if we should dig up this thing, whatever this mystery is.
I would say,
Eldra.
do you mind if I give you a card that you've drawn?
No, go for it.
All right. I would say,
Please.
honestly, so what Madame Ava told you back then, she's like, this card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. And what she drew was the Seven of Coins, or the Thief card. And as you kind of channel your power into your Taroka deck, you find that as you hover over this grave, you also draw the Seven of Coins, the Thief.
This is the exact same card Madame Ava drew. And while I agree we do not want to dig up any of the dead and disturb their spirits, but I believe there is something buried within here that we can use to our advantage. With your permission, Ignis, I would like to see what we can find under the earth. You can perhaps do ceremony while we do it to appease the spirits, maybe? Say a prayer for us? For them?
Yes, I'll wash my hands of this, but I'll definitely say a prayer for
Gotcha.
this.
I will be respectful. And
Um,
before they start digging, he
Mhm.
would also kind of channel the detect magic just to kind of see, make sure there's no traps or anything if possible, or anything magical
You
manifesting.
don't see anything magic
Okay.
in this area. But as you guys start to dig it up, you find an ancient tome, beautifully ornate with actually a metal lock across it. A book that is known as the Tome of Strahd. You quickly realize the Tome of Strahd is a work penned by Strahd himself, a tragic tale of how he came to his fallen state. The book is bound in a thick leather cover with steel hinges and fastenings. The pages are of parchment and very brittle. Most of the book is written in the confusing shorthand that only Strahd employs. Stains and age have made most of the work illegible, but several paragraphs remain intact and readable. And I'm going to send you guys those paragraphs now.
So this is actually the abridged version.
Yes. I'm going to read through it, as this is one of the big 3 things you guys have found. You guys kind of lucked out. She predicted
Don't
this.
skip to the end.
Huh?
No spoilers.
Okay. What? I wasn't trying to spoil, saying this is one of the things she told you guys to find.
There's a joke because we were talking like it's the actual Curse of Strahd, the abridged version.
Oh, okay. So, no, you're not going to get cursed.
Sorry.
You would tell the book. I mean, the book just seems like it's old, but it was like literally written by a vampire a long time ago. You know, it doesn't appear to be magical. It's just his actual journal. It says, "I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul, as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia, and took power over the people in the name of a just god, but with none of a god's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder, and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed, and the date was set. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name. Death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death, my death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana, weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul. But I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light I fear most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and I hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I've even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs that none may disturb me. So you guys kind of finish the remaining paragraphs in the Tome of Strahd that you can read. You feel kind of any warmth that remained in the day creep away from your spines. You look over at the woman you brought with you, and you see Irina is extremely pale. It's all still fuzzy, but that's what he called me. He called me Tatiana. What does it mean? That book's got to be hundreds of years old. What is this?
It could be, I don't know what it actually means, but clearly you are linked to Strahd in one way more than others, I believe.
Could be that you remind him of someone. This Tatiana.
You don't know who your true father was, do you?
I thought I did. But now? I don't know. The priest said they found me outside of town. And this Tatiana, I don't know what to say, but I know that, well, just like what he's describing, my dad, he used to call me things like that. He used to call me joy, his perfection, his treasure. I thought they were just nicknames, but why did the burgomaster call me that? Maybe we should get out of here.
This is strange times indeed. Very strange magic, but we will get to bottom of this one way or another. Uhtred, you seem to know more about the vampires than the rest of us. Why won't a stake kill him like others?
That I don't know. Perhaps he's too old, too powerful.
And that story, does that mean he was not bitten by a vampire, but cursed in another way?
That's how I read it myself. Sounds like he made a pact.
Yeah. Uhtred, if you wanted to give me an investigation check, I would say that you could apply some of your knowledge of the creatures you hunt here. I would say with advantage as well, because this is kind of
with advantage.
Yeah, this is kind of your raison d'etre is to do this. Oh, Uhtred's been pulling out the nat 20s at good times tonight.
That I have, fella.
You would certainly think that you're kind of honestly you're kind of right on two fronts here. He is a very ancient vampire, but that might make him a little bit harder to kill as he's kind of grown into his powers. But he likely did have to make a pact with some sort of, whether it was a deity, a demon, or even just like the dark powers that be. If that's what made him a vampire instead of, you know, the typical vampiric corruption of someone else, he's likely far stronger than a regular vampire you've encountered.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was going to go.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say was that if he had made a pact with some other being, then maybe he's the purest form of a vampire, something like I'd never seen before. And the ones that we've seen around that are easily turned to dust with stake, maybe they're more of a tainted version of himself, since they're not, they don't have that connection to the powers that be.
Yeah.
We should certainly not be here any more than we should, but at the same time, this is something we cannot leave to chance. We cannot let this evil stand on here. I will do a reading later tonight to see what our future holds.
See what you can about maybe locating the sword he referenced here. I wonder if that lines up with the sword that the madam had mentioned earlier too.
I will do exactly that. It's a good idea. And with that, round everyone up and start to head out.
Okay. I'd say you guys can make it a little bit. Who's kind of like carrying the book? Just like to keep track of who has what.
I think Ingmar would be a good choice for that, or the cleric. But I don't know how the cleric would feel holding onto something like of that kind of magnitude from that dark undead of an undead. But I think it'd be safer in either his or Ingmar's hands.
Yeah, I would agree with
How would the cleric feel about carrying that shit?
Yeah, Agnes will take it. He's not going to be happy about it, but he also realizes that if something, you know, happens, or he starts feeling weird about it, he's probably one of the best people to kind of deal with maybe what comes of it. So
Okay.
he's definitely going to be praying a lot.
All right. If you guys would like to drag your tokens onto the map here, as you guys kind of set up camp for the night. Presumably, I imagine you're gathered around the campfire for the reading.
Yeah, probably. If everyone wants to.
Oh yeah.
Nice and cozy. Don't see why not.
All right. If that is the case, give me one second. I'm going to actually bring Irina's token over here too. I don't know why it's small size, but there you go. All right.
You're gonna see Ingmar kind of shuffling the cards in his hands as we sit down by the fire, and he has this towel or a little blanket down, and he starts to draw these cards out. And as he draws them one at a time, each time he draws, when he kind of looks up and looks at each one of you guys individually, like it's speaking to him about us as a group and us individually and what what our goals are.
Okay.
And the first thing that he's going to do is he is going to look at Agnes, and kind of with Agnes, kind of like, you are a pivotal role in this. You are possibly the most important person in our party. You have a connection to the undead, that an ability to control. I'm not sure what that means, but you must take great care to ensure you see our way to the end. You cannot do anything too reckless. We need you to ensure our success.
Agnes just kind of nods and puts his hands in his head, or his head in his hands, and
then he's going to look over at Thimble, and Thimble, you came here for a reason other than others. You are certainly out of place in a country such as this. However, You seem to have two battles to fight. I am unsure which battles you speak of, but for us to reach to the end, you must conquer both. You can trust us if you need help.
Okay. That's oddly specific.
And then he is going to go ahead and look at Bodovin and, well, Bodovin, you are young and you are very talented in the magical arts, but you seem to shy away from combat. And as you can see, all the heroes around you carry weapons. You may want to consider that strength in magic is good, but the ability to wield a weapon is also in itself very powerful. For you, the cards say do not shy away from such an endeavor. The tools are available for you to win. You must use everything at your disposal to ensure we get to where we need to go.
Bodovin just kind of looks around, all starry-eyed, and then kind of goes back to himself.
And lastly, he's going to look over at Uhtred and be like, I see absolutely nothing of you. I see no light, no dark. I cannot understand anything. Where you fit into this puzzle, I do not know, but I intend to find out eventually.
Perhaps you're just tired, fella.
Yes, perhaps, but with that said, I do believe, I do see us working our way towards this sword, and whether or not these two swords are the same, it is unclear to me, but we have to investigate to ensure we get there. Maybe we do another reading later on and we learn more as we go.
You guys
Cards
hear...
don't always tell me, but...
Go ahead.
No, I was done. I was just going to be like, yeah, cards don't always tell me everything we need to know.
You guys hear a wolf howl in the distance. Give me a perception check.
Perception check. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got advantage on.
It's okay, I'll just take the first roll.
We are super perceptive tonight, guys.
You guys are so entranced by my card readings, you can't help it.
Hear that wolf howl? I think it might be a duck.
That was certainly not a duck. It was a pigeon.
It's rare that I see someone read the cards with such skill. You guys whip back around, having been looking kind of to the north, the direction of the wolf. You see a beautiful man sitting next to Ingmar. Tell me.
Like we can all, like he's corporeal, like
he's corporeal. At least he seems to be. This like beautiful aristocratic man. Seems a little pale though.
So would I mean, obviously we don't know what Strahd looks like, but you know, given my knowledge about his kind, would it be fair to assume that it's him?
You look him over, you see this man's face has not seen the sun in forever. You know, I've been looking for that book for a long time. Why don't you pass it on over, Ingmar? After all, I did write it. See this man standing in front of you.
Strahd.
Barnacles.
All right, Ingmar, now is when you tell him to go stuff it.
Irina like stumbles back and he's like, Irina, good to see you again. We can talk a different time. Well, Ingmar, I don't have all day. Well, all night, really.
So, does Ingmar or Agnes have it? I thought Agnes took it.
Agnes is the one that has the book.
Okay, I thought you decided that
Oh.
he didn't want to carry substance. He's like, all right, so he kind of turns and says like, oh, you trusted the little priest with it. How quaint. You know, I imagine my subjects were quite in awe of you. A couple of you. We Barovians don't see many people from the outside.
Yeah, your subjects had a pretty healthy, unhealthy attachment. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to give you this book.
We can offer you a savory pastry instead.
You mean the ones made by that old hag? No thanks.
No!
Last chance, dwarf.
What do you
Or
need this book for?
what do you need your
Use-
cards for? They're mine. This book is mine.
Yes.
The cards are yours. Hand it over and we can all go about our night.
I mean, are you offering anything in trade? You know, we did find this, and usually when you do find something, it's kind of a, finder's fee or a bounty.
Well, I was gonna offer you your lives.
Agnes, you must be very careful here. This is the ultimate blight to life. He is so far past undead. He's nowhere near the realm. He is pure evil.
Oh,
So
you
as
speak so kindly of me.
so Agnes, kind of contemplating things, starts to reach into his bag, and he pulls out like a flask of like holy water. He kind of looks over at his friends there, kind of seeing what they're doing.
Now
Yeah,
that's a
both of them will
shame.
kind of step behind Agnes to back him up, but as he
is
does, he's going to
effectively-
begin to do his wings.
He's effectively, as you pull that out, going to use a legendary action to strike at you.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't.
No.
And didn't Ingmar just tell you not to take any chances or risks like 2 minutes ago?
It's a shame.
Oh!
He's going
That's not
to
too terrible.
do that once. He gets to make 2 attacks as an action. He's going to strike with the other one as well.
Okay, so that's unfortunate. Can I just douse myself in this holy water?
With those 2 strikes, you see the first one, actually he like digs the claws into Agnes's stomach, and on the second he rears back, backhands Agnes so hard he falls through the campfire over the other side, full unconscious, although not bleeding out.
Huh.
Am I at like 0 now?
Yeah, you're at 0.
Yeah, you're past 0. You're not dead though, which is good.
His second attack did 9 slashing and 22 necrotic. Yes, you're at 0.
Yeah.
Okay, I just making sure we're all on the same page as far as I'm.
You see he kind of dusts off his clothes a little bit. The book, if you please.
Ingmar is gonna kind of step up in between them and like kind of stand in front of him. Like, we will give you the book. We've got what we wanted from this. Just leave us be. Uhtred, would you please grab the book?
Yep. So
Both of them-
Uhtred, he's not saying anything, right? He's just kind of taking everything in.
Okay.
So he will go over to the dwarf and I guess maybe pull the book out on it. I don't know where you got it, but I'll just kind of
Probably just out of his pack
pull
or
it out.
something.
Yeah. Pull the book out And I'll hold it for a minute.
Well, I'll honor that deal.
Uhtred, we got what we came for. We have everything we need from it. Do not risk your life for something as trivial as this.
As Uhtred's holding the book, Bodovin's gonna start glowing and sprouting the wings.
So bright. I'd almost forgotten what such bright light feels like. Why don't you take a step back before that light is snuffed out? Well, Uhtred, you heard Ingmar. He extends a clawed hand to you.
Uhtred's gonna hold the book out, right? But just barely, just so that it's just shy of his hand,
Okay.
and then he'll drop it.
You see him move with unnatural speed as he snatches it from midair.
Mm-hmm.
I should have expected something like that from someone with such... I see his tongue dart out of his mouth quickly, as if it's tasting the air almost. Such an interesting bloodline.
Still silent.
Don't worry. He kind of glances to the group. Your friend will be fine. I've merely incapacitated him. I have much bigger plans for you. As he tucks the book under his cloak, you see he kind of takes a step back into the swaying shadows of the campfire and vanishes from sight.
Bodovin, can you help? Agnes? Do you have the ability?
Yes. I'll do the healing hands feature that he has. And you can at least get back up to 3 hit points, but you're no longer unconscious.
Gotcha. Your hands briefly glow.
Unholy hell.
Yeah, you feel like you can feel the side of your jaw is just deeply bruised to the bone.
It was a good try, buddy.
Very brave. Not the smartest thing, but very brave. Like I said before, we need you. You need to survive this. We all see what we are up against.
Or at least not get us all murdered. If you want to go die, do it. Go over there and do it. Uhtred says as he kind of just points off into the darkness.
You see Irina kind of stamp her boot. Damn it! I froze!
He
I don't think we're
clearly...
much.
Okay.
Oh, you go ahead.
I was just going to tell her, I was like, clearly he can take you whenever he wants. I believe he is probably just toying with you. If he really wanted you this badly, he could have taken you this evening.
You think that makes me feel better?
I'm not trying to make you feel better. Your safety is not my concern. Your history will be of use, though.
If it's any consolation, I don't think any of us are in much of a position to do anything, at least not tonight. But we do have tomorrow. That's what's important.
She nods.
Right, Rogue. Clearly, if anything we learned from this evening is that we need to find these items Madame Eva spoke of. This is the only way we will be able to fight such a monster as that. Alone or even together as we are, we will not survive.
Well, no, I agree with you. And it seems that this Strahd's taking a bit of interest in it. If you wanted to, he could destroy innards all along the ground here tonight. But there's something else that he's planning. Good or bad for us, I don't know, but I think it just means we need to be a bit more careful what we're doing from this point forward.
I agree. We must not let him know what we are about or what we are planning. We don't even know
Also-
what we really are planning, but we will keep it to ourselves.
Also, we need to be a bit more careful with where we spend the night. Perhaps if we do need to stay in the wilderness, we can make some better preparations. But
He just vanished and showed up. I don't think there's much we can do.
there's a few things we can do here, little gnome. But we can talk about it later.
All right, Agnes is totally ready for bed, so needs to sleep this off a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna say you guys some time on this watch rotation. You think perhaps not of luck, but perhaps the presence of Strahd himself. Nothing troubles you for the evening.
Very nice, sir.
So you guys wake up the next morning. Agnes, you would be able to heal to wake up healed.
That's
Alright.
for my Tales from Beyond. That was one of the. I just drew a card for the Tales from Beyond thing.
Whoops, my bad. How you guys feeling?
Good.
Feeling all
Let's
right.
get you back on the road.
Great.
good.
Yep. This has been very eventful, and if anything, it shows how ill prepared we are for this adventure.
Hey, fuck that. Brute force and ignorance. Let's go. Get a lot done.
Brute force.
This is level 50 bad guy. Let me see if I can slap him.
Yeah, for real.
We couldn't even burn a book.
You couldn't even give him a fucking pie.
No. He's real uppity about that.
Would you like a pie?
God, Jesus. Demonic Mickey Mouse over here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Alright.
All right, let's get on.
Yep.
Cool beans. So you guys kind of have the option. It's up to you whether you want to. Over here, the Sour Pool. That's where Madame Ava and the Vistani group is camped out. You can go, cut through their area. You can just go straight to the bridge if you don't want to meet up with them. What do you think kind of the vibe is right now?
Ooh,
Vibe is whatever's the shortest route in Ingmar's opinion.
which would be here.
Yeah, you think you probably have permission to kind of just cross through their territory, as it were. Would you stop and converse with them at all, or just kind of oh, hey, we're just rolling through?
This is Ravenloft, right?
That is Ravenloft, correct?
I would tell everyone, remember what we spoke of initially. I would keep what we are up to ourselves for now, until we know who we can or cannot trust.
You see, the Vistani are still being perhaps one of the only spots of color in this whole fucking landscape. Keeping this jolly outlook. But they do kind of somberly nod at that.
I mean, I don't know if everyone would be willing to
These guys.
be quiet, but
Do you think it'd be worth seeing if old Irina here wants to get read by the madam?
I mean, Irina kind of shakes her. She's like, I already felt uncomfortable enough being linked to a book that was written hundreds of years ago. I don't think I want my fortune read.
Well, it's more so looking about your past versus your future, lady. What?
Perhaps
You don't want it. You don't want it.
Perhaps another day.
Fair enough. See you later, guys.
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
All right.
Don't
the
just
old
say heal.
trail.
Whoops.
Goodbye, travelers. Yeah, I did that whole scene with the first time we saw Matavema was cool, but we have something to do. We're on a mission now.
Yeah,
We
fair
have
enough.
direction.
All right.
We just head directly into Ravenloft.
Oh, remember, dude? I remember what I said. You want to sneak in there, dude? I can buff the shit out of you, like hard.
Let's
You
do it.
sneak in and steal some items.
I think Ben's gonna make me probably roll fucking stealth or sleight of hand until my finger goes like
we
raw.
We going
But
to
yeah,
some Ravenloft raids? Is that what we're going for? Okay. Well, as you guys get to this bridge, let me reveal yet another, named section of the map. You guys are right by the Sayre Falls. Following the river to the base of a canyon, the far end of which a great waterfall spills into a pool, billowing forth clouds of cold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon, nearly 1,000 feet overhead. So this is a long drop from the bridge. You follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. Do you guys do anything in particular? Or do you cross the bridge?
This is not Ingmar's territory. He'd look at one of the other travelers who, if it's safe or not to look at their lead.
Thimble's gonna see if there's any tracks, make sure it's been used before, and maybe see if there's anything kind of sneaking around before we go through a natural choke point like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Agnes will go over there and put his hands on there and do his history check. Stone whisper thing.
All right.
I mean, nature.
I'd say you could do a nature one for that, sure.
That didn't help.
Do you get advantage with the stone roll things?
Yeah, it's double it. So it'd just be 8, right? Because I'm a proficient or whatever.
Oh yeah, I think it doubles your proficiency bonus with that skill. So it'd be
Yeah, so that's just plus 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that doesn't double it, but it gives you like double your proficiency bonus, which.
So yeah, you don't get advantage, but you do get a sizable bonus. Although with that, I mean, all you can tell is that this bridge, it's very old. It was likely built. Now that you know, kind of that Strahd came to this valley, a long time ago. It was probably built around the same time that he established Castle Ravenloft. You don't think that, with kind of the state that Barovia is in right now, it wouldn't really be possible to build such a massive construction over such a huge canyon.
Well, it looks good to me.
Looks solid.
All right.
I mean, Agnes would cross it.
Yeah.
Irina's like,
Thimble,
let's just get going.
lead through.
Onward ho.
All right. Let's see how many miles we talking. So you had to climb up to the bridge level. Okay, definitely could get there. All right. So, despite the hilly terrain, you guys will be able to make it to the next fork in the road where I've placed Irina's token. Even here in the mountains, the forest and the fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening toward the east. There you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. You think that does, in fact, lead toward Ravenloft.
Well, Let's keep
So
going.
what's the plan?
We will come back in another time.
So we are gonna continue to head to Ravenloft.
No, I was thinking left. Actually, here, let's do this. See, I'm totally for the shenanigans. So Ben, here's what we're thinking.
Okay. Lay it on me.
And I'm
Here's
saying
what I'd
this
like
full
to do.
disclosure. So we have options are potentially sneaking into the Castle Ravenloft and possibly seeing what we might be able to, find. There's got to be some items and shit in there that
Yeah, probably
would be useful to us trying to get through this stuff, and maybe buffing Uhtred up, he might be able to go in and steal some shit for us.
Of course.
And my fucking roll 20 decided to refresh, so go fuck yourself.
Roll 20's
So,
like, nope, that's a bad idea.
Odin definitely has something to throw Uhtred's way then.
So Uhtred, for you, since this is your life on the line, because there's no way we're all sneaking in. It's basically on you, and if you get caught, SOL, bon voyage. But I have quite a bit that I can give you, and Bodivin has some good shit. So why don't you roll to see if we go to Ravenloft or not?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it, dude.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys want me to roll and leave it up to chance, I can do that. But yeah, I'll do it.
Dude, let's do it.
So
all right, let's do it then.
Considering the mountainous terrain here, especially approaching Ravenloft, which is at like the highest peak in the area, it'll take you one more night's rest around this bend. Before you get to Ravenloft.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, we'll take our time too, because the whole concept is we want to be as stealthily as possible, and then he can go do his stuff, find what he can for us, and come back.
Gotcha. All right, if that is the case, I'm going to bring you guys back to the camping map. Get our little fireplace a-cooking. All right. What is your watch order?
Yes,
I'll go
Thimble
first.
can go first. Second. No, you go first. I'll go second.
Okay, I'll go first.
Ingmar always goes second to last. Does Bodivin want to go last so he can get up with the sunrise? Or the sun? Was that how, or was Ingmar last?
I think Ingmar was last. Bodivin will go second to last.
Yeah, I'll go in the middle then.
And then he's in the middle somewhere.
All right. So nothing happened during the day roll. So this is a nighttime roll. So, who is first? Sorry, go ahead and make your perception roll.
All right, coming at you.
You kind of, do a circuit of the camp. You're pretty confident nothing is happening right now. So after about, a couple hours or so, you can tap whoever's next on watch to have them relieve you.
Alrighty.
Yep, he'll go over and nudge Thimble.
All right, Thimble, as you come awake during your watch, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh.
All right, cool beans. In that case, I need 2 dice. All right, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and roll me a d8.
Seven.
Okay. You are not gonna see these until they basically stumble into like right by the campfire, and we're going to roll straight into initiative. Give me one moment. All right, we got our monsters.
We got our monsters. We got our monsters. boy, how do we have our fucking monsters?
Jeepers.
The fucking fuck is this fuckery?
God, there's
I'm
not gonna be
going to-
7 of them, is there?
Hey, you rolled the D8, not me,
Oh,
my
no.
dude.
There, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna make one of them big so you guys can see. That
Make
is
my
what
roll
it is.
20 work too, please.
That I cannot do, unfortunately. I don't possess that power. All right. I'm gonna need you guys to roll for initiative. It's too late. You're surrounded. Thimble, you hear a, and you look up to see these things approaching out of the night.
Wake up, fuckers!
Wake up, fuckers! All right.
All right, yeah, give me a second. Don't pull anything up, Ben. Real quick, just real fast while it tries to load.
No, you're fine. People are just rolling into initiative right now. I'm gonna get some random encounter music going.
Hey, Ben. I rolled a 15, but it's not adding it in. I clicked on my guy. I don't know what I did wrong.
All right, got our zombie music going. All right, and who got the 15?
Thimble.
Thimble did? Okay, let me just add you in. 15. And then Ingmar, is yours loading? Oh no. Have we lost Ingmar?
No,
I
you
think he's
haven't lost
reloading.
Ingmar. I'm just waiting for the damn
Other than
special
roll,
effects.
that should have been for Ingmar. I tried to roll it for him. The 13 is.
A
for
13 is for Ingmar? Okay.
I clicked it off his character sheet.
Oh no, that worked. It rolled him in.
Cool.
All right, Uhtred, you kind of jolt awake. You are sleeping, so you do have to use half your movement to stand up. I would say give me a religion check as you look around here. Yeah, since it's not advantage, the 9 is not gonna do it. These are most assuredly zombies. Something's a little weird about them. You're not quite sure what.
Okay.
Right? What do you do?
All right. I will use steady aim. Actually, no. If I'm getting up, that counts as a movement.
It counts as
Because I can't
half
fire
your
from the
movement.
ground. Okay. So with steady aim here, essentially I can use this, but only if I don't move during a turn. But I have to move to stand up, right?
You know what? I would say honestly, it would probably still work. 'Cause you haven't moved from that location. You just stood up.
Okay. I'd like to use steady aim them, and then I'll use the short bow, which I still have from Mr. Thimble.
Oh, true.
And I'm going to target the one that's closest to me, which would be this guy here.
All right, go for your shot. Uh, 11 is going to hit. Roll damage. Although they are not, I don't think you have them flat-footed or anything right now, so it would just be the 5. Or sorry, wait, which one's the sneak?
Do I not get sneak from advantage automatically?
Oh, sorry, steady aim gave you advantage to do that. So yes, you do get sneak on that. And that is piercing style damage. Is that going to be one of their things? Okay, no, that's not related to one of their things. All right, you see the arrow like lodge in this thing's chest, but it just keeps coming.
Yeah.
Definitely seen that it
Nice.
took the damage though. Agnes.
All right, so Agnes is going to do his turn undead. So that takes effect on each undead within 30 feet. And they must make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, let's see. So you're right here. That is all of them.
Get out of my bubble.
All right, so
This is what it's for.
This is gonna be, first of all, yeah, fucking that's exactly what it's for. This is gonna be starting from the one directly above you guys. We're gonna go clockwise with these. Is wisdom save, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So first one, 6, 10, 17, 17. Nat 20. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cat 1. 8. So, first two failed. I'm gonna give the guys just like a green mark if they were the ones that passed it. So these 3 passed. All the other ones, so on their turn, spend its turn moving as fast away as possible. Can't willingly move within 30 feet of you. Okay, so all of the other ones are gonna try and they're gonna like double move away.
Would we be able to know which ones before it's their
I
turn?
would say yes, because like even though they're not moving, quote unquote, like the ones that aren't marked are like turning away, like they're about to run.
Okay.
All right. Ed, do you want to move at all?
Yeah, I want to stand up. I mean, I'm
Okay,
hoping I'm
so-
standing up before I cast that, but
Cool. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. All right. Thimble, you're the one. You were already up. So what would you like to do?
Is anybody else here in Echo?
Also, yeah, I
Yep.
was just about to say I can hear that now.
Oh, I think it's Nate.
yeah.
Hello, hello.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Is it me?
Test.
Is that better?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Testing. Yeah, that's better.
Okay. All right.
That's at this guy,
Which one? Keep pinging him again. Sorry, I was looking the other way.
the bottom one here.
All right, bottom one. For 2 damage. The blast rips through the air, attacking this zombie.
And that's it.
All right. In that case, Ingmar, are you back on the map? You ready to go?
Yep, I'm back. I pulled it up on my tablet, which is somehow working.
All right, fair
But
enough.
not
It
on
works,
the-
I guess.
Not on the awesome gaming PC, so. Thanks, Asus.
Rip.
Let's do this. He's going to spend half his movement speed standing up
Okay.
and look around to see what's going on and immediately use his ability to, from his, that Tales from Beyond thing that he rolled. So he's going
You got the
to
6,
gain,
right?
yeah, 6. So that's Tale of the Traveler. So you guys see this, like, as he grabs his cards, this kind of like bluish spirit kind of whirled around him, and I am going to gain 1d6. That's unfortunate. +3 of some temporary hit points.
I mean, hey, 5 temporary hit points is not terrible.
Yeah,
He's
I'll
only
take
level
it.
3.
Nope, I'll take that temporary hit points, and with that, I am going to go ahead and shoot my hand crossbow at this guy right here.
Okay. Go for it. You actually almost hit him, but it is not a hit.
It's all right.
All right. Anything else? You toss it to Bodovin.
Oh yeah, that's all I can do for now.
All right, Bodovin. So you're gonna have to use half your movement to stand up if you want to, and then again, the ones with the green dots are still advancing. The other 4 look like they're about to double move away. Which I don't even know if I have enough space on this map for that.
Yeah, I guess doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think you shot at the other ones, but like that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I missed
it
anyways.
does not matter right now.
Yeah, both of them will use the half the movement speed to stand up, and at the 2 that are like right next to each other, that are still advancing,
These
he
two.
is going to cast a guiding bolt, but he's going to spend 3 points to twin it. So it's one roll for both of them because it's technically the same spell, just mutating into a second one.
That's
And so the
cool.
damage is the same too.
You see the brief like ghostly outline of your wings as you conjure the bolts, and like in midair, it flies out of your hand, splits into 2 guiding bolts, hits each of them for 15 radiant. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So with that radiant damage, it's actually not one of the official ones. I'm going to change some stuff around here. So first of all, you guys do get advantage. I need you to roll me 2 d20s to see what's happening as you strike them. Because these zombies...
Taking advantage on which ones?
Advantage on this one and this one. And in addition, he's rolling a d20 for each of them to see something that's about to happen. Here, I'll mark the advantage ones. I'll just make them glowy person. There you go. Okay, so top one. One of their arms is fully blown off by the guiding bolt. Bottom one, 15. Actually, same thing. They each lose an arm, which is going to make it harder for them to attack. Alright. Excellent fucking turn there. Alright, so that's the zombies. Their speed, I believe, is only... Well, special kind of zombie, but their speed is only 20. So the 4 that are scared of Agnes are gonna double move the fuck away. This guy's basically going all the way to the top of the map. Let's see. Sorry, Roll20 is being a bit laggy for me right now.
Preach.
Alright, moving way the fuck away, holy shit. Alright, effectively way out of the fight for a round. The ones that are remaining are going to start stumbling forward. The top 2, who you guys have advantage on now, they each are missing an arm, which is going to affect their attack roll here. They can make... Well, these guys, they used to be able to make 3 attacks. Now each of them can only make 2 because you've blown off an arm. So we're going to start with Agnes. They're going in for a bite and then 1 claw. 15 and nat 20.
Oh.
Dang, so yeah, I'm 18.
Alright, so first one misses, but second one's going to deal 9 slashing. Uhtred, this next one's going to try the same thing again, but only, 1 bite, 1 claw, because they're missing an arm. 18 and 15.
Yep, top one, its AC is 15.
Okay, so you take 4 damage. All right. Oh, actually, hold on. No, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. So, I was looking at the, what if they missed a leg or a head, but that's fine. All right. Final one is going in for 3 attacks on you, Ingmar, because it has not been, ripped of any of its limbs yet.
Fair enough.
All right, 13.
Miss.
12. And 17.
17 does hit.
Okay, that is going to be just 2 damage.
All right.
Yeah, taking out like more than half the swarm to get the fuck out of here was very important. Also, I just realized I didn't roll in the girl, so I'm going to. That's fine, she got the end of the order anyway. Alright, Irina is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, actually, hold on. You already guided the others. She's going to move to here, so to provide people with flanking on this dude if they need it. And she's going to make 1 rapier attack. That is a hit for 3 piercing. All right, back to the top.
Wouldn't that be with advantage? Oh, never mind. Sorry.
It is with advantage, but yeah, that she got the 17. Uhtred.
So what I will do here is I'm going to attack this guy here with my short sword.
Okay.
And we've already got advantage and all that good stuff.
That was the top one you said?
The one right here in front of me.
One in front of you. All right, cool. Yeah, you got that advantage, so you get the sneak. That is going to be a hit with the 12. Go ahead and roll damage. This one you do piercing damage. Okay, so you stab it kind of right through the chest. You feel that like you kind of cut enough bones that it starts to fall apart, but it is just barely holding itself together yet with like whatever magic, you know, is keeping it going.
Okay. And then I will disengage.
Okay, yep. Perfectly valid. Rogue bonus action. I'm gonna say no check needed. The campfire's probably burned pretty low over this watch. You can hop right over it. Alright.
Backflip.
So yeah, stick a sweet backflip, sure.
I do have the acrobatics.
Agnes. I like that I was like, no roll needed, and you guys were like, how do we introduce a roll? Get some acrobatics in here. Try to help here.
I think everybody likes rolling.
That's fair.
Alright, Agnes is gonna squish this dude.
Oh,
whoa!
You got the advantage, so yeah, that's a fucking nat 20 on this boy.
Squish.
Man, guiding bolt.
Guiding
All the
bolt
time.
is not quite dead. They are actually both at about the exact same HP right now, as you guys just wrecked the pair of them after that guiding bolt.
Nice.
Alright. Would you like to move it all, or are you just kind of sticking it out right there?
I'll stick it out right here.
Alright, cool. In that case, it's going to be Thimble.
So do we still have advantage on these guys, or was that just for that first attack on them after the guiding bolt?
I want to say it's until it's the turn again, right? Let me go back and read guiding bolt really quick.
Until they die.
It's definitely not. The
It's
next
1 round.
attack roll made against the target before the end of your turn has advantage. So the advantage is now used up on the pair of them. But if you go flanking, you're going to get advantage anyway.
That's what I was gonna say. If I go that way, then the other guy can't get me. But you know. All right, and then we're gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, with that advantage, the 24 will definitely do it. And with the scimitar, you are going to full decapitate the first of our zombies.
Hey, just for the future, the guiding bolt should last until it's Bodovin's turn again.
It does last until it's your turn, but it's just the next attack roll made against the target. You get advantage.
Oh, okay.
So
Not perfect.
it lasts until your next turn, but like once someone uses it up, then it's used up.
That makes sense. I thought it was like per person.
No, honestly, that would be fucking wild.
Yeah,
for a
no
level
kidding.
1 spell. Holy fuck.
Yeah, best one in the game.
Yeah. All right, so that's Thimble's turn. Ingmar. So this one is pretty damn near death. You got one between you and Irina, and then of course you have 4 that have kind of fled to the like outskirts of the map.
Gotcha. He is. What do we have here? I am just going to have him go ahead and drop his crossbow, pull out his dagger,
Hell yeah.
and where is that button?
Dance fight.
Dance fight.
Dance fight. Dance fight. Click it again. Advantage. You're flanking with Irina.
Oh, yep.
I'll tell you right now.
Just gonna do this.
In
The
8,
anticipation.
in 8 actually does hit. I just want to see if it's a nat 20 because that'll crit. Okay, so you hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that dagger, and I will subtract from the zombie. -3.
You guys can tell he's not very good with the blade.
Yeah, you kind of like
You
partially. You cut off like a
stick.
few fingers off one of them. But yeah, not your.
He's
MO,
like
for
grossed
sure.
out.
Bodovin.
He's not dainty. He's not a fucking dainty flower child. He's just not good with it.
And he tries to spin the story like he's actually, in his mind, he's good with a blade. He's just carving an eye into people. It's like, bring more.
An eye. It's just a much more right-angled Zorro.
It's a lowercase I. No, that's just a cut.
See, I was picturing with the dot. It's a fucking slice and a stab. Quick slash and poke. Sorry, I distracted myself there. Bodovin, what are you thinking?
Yeah, so earlier I had said that Bodovin traded out the spell slots for sorcery points, but I realized I can't do it until after I spend some. But again, it doesn't take an action or a bonus action or anything. It just
You
seems to
just
be
do it.
something I can do whenever.
Yeah, there's some abilities like that. Like my
I'm
Echo Dynamics and stuff like that.
replenishing the and I'm just gonna, with the 2 that are left, I'm gonna twin another guiding bolts.
Fuck yeah.
Get rid of these guys.
13 hits both of them again. Roll that damage.
And it's a bonus action to do it.
Good
Is all it takes.
Lord.
To do what?
To convert sorcery points.
Um,
Spell slots to sorcery points. It's just a bonus
What's a
action.
bonus action? Cool.
Yeah, so it doesn't take it doesn't take your full action.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean,
I
those
said that on the
bolts
character sheet.
Movement.
slam forward. This one, just a bright glowing holes ripped through its chest. And this one does not look like it's doing well. I mean, effectively, in my head it was 1 round. I forgot fucking Turn Undead is 1 minute. So the other 4 are pretty much just out of this fight. They're just sprinting away into the darkness.
Heck yeah, get out of here.
So, if that's the case,
Go on, guys.
the fucking 1 zombie left is gonna take a swing at Ingmar. Oh fuck, you did it. You did enough damage with the radiant. Give me that D20 again. See what happens with this this zombie. Oh, I think that's the start of the best possibility. Hold on.
Yes, please.
Just the
Do it.
torso.
You fully blast the head off the zombie. It's still animated. It's still, you know, kicking. But because it doesn't have the head with it anymore, all of its arm attacks are at disadvantage. So it's going to wildly swing 2 claws at Ingmar at disadvantage. 13 and would have been a 21, but is now a 5.
Perfect.
Just slicing through the air, does nothing. Bodovin just like sits back down on his fucking bedroll.
Done.
God, guiding bolt. So Irina gets advantage on this. Irina might NPC might get a fucking kill here. Irina just stabs it straight through its black shriveled heart, and the final zombie goes down. Man, I honestly forgot about Turn Undead. I thought that random encounter was going to be much harder. But we are out of combat.
We got this.
Thank you.
That was impressive. I will not lie.
Very
well
nice,
done.
Very nice. Okay, so Uhtred comes over and he's taking inventory of the situation,
Mhm.
and he addresses the group. It seems to be evident that we need to be a bit more vigilant in than what we have been. I say from this point forward, we have 2 persons on watch at any given time.
Irina
You are
definitely agrees. She's like wiping the blood off her sword.
you are the well-known traveler, so I will do what you say. You are the expert.
That is what I say.
All
2
right.
people it is then.
All right. These
Yes.
guys have anything on them except for a bunch of junk?
They don't have any gear on them, I believe, but go ahead and someone give me an Arcana or a Religion check on them.
Oh, I suck at both of those.
I will assist on
Oh.
someone with the Arcana.
And Agnes wants to do a religious check. For sure.
Ooh, I voted
Shall
on that
do the
18.
Arcanas.
And the 20. And remember, if you're assisting Ingmar, you don't have to roll yourself. Basically, if you say you're assisting, it just gives the other person advantage.
So then Bodovin, you can roll again.
Yeah, so Bodovin, if you're
Okay.
assisting Bodovin, he can roll again. See if he, gets higher than an 18. Might as well. Alright, so we got 18, 17. I would say that Agnes and Bodovin, these aren't normal undead that have been like, animated by, just maybe like a necromancer, some sort of spell. It seems that there is, you guys have met him in person. You know about vampires' kind of natural magic from your fight with the guy in the basement earlier. It seems that these are Strahd zombies. They're basically directly being powered by Strahd himself.
Like directed, like they're telling him go attack these guys, or just like he's powering them with this like energy and just sending them out into the world, like go.
I would say with those checks, you would know that like he has the power to like directly, take over and tell them what to do. But he could also just send them out into the world. The big thing is that he is basically able to just like make these with his necromantic energy.
Okay. This was a hit job.
Right on, yeah. Strahd's making zombie vampire things, guys. So let's watch out.
This clearly cannot be something that pleases you, Agnes. I imagine this
No.
this type of power is against your religion.
It is very maybe more than irritating, but it's also very intriguing as well. Yeah, I wish to learn more kind of what's going on and once again how he can make so many constructs.
Fuck yeah. Alright. I would say that's... Because likely you guys will probably just hit a couple more specific encounters on the way to Valakil. It's probably a good place to call it for tonight, as I don't think any of those particular encounters you're going to resolve in 6 minutes.
Wait, we have more encounters?
Not this evening.
7 minutes is a lot of time to die. Okay, don't underestimate it.
If you go in a Ravenloft, that's probably
Took me about
true.
37 seconds last time.
Yeah, as long as like tomorrow, like for next week when we start up, we can start up with like giving Uhtred that pep talk and letting him know what to look, telling him about like what to look out for and buffing the shit out of him, getting him ready.
Fuck it,
Exactly. I'm gonna give him an extended spell bless.
Oh.
I'm gonna crawl all over the walls.
I will say I did not anticipate this plan.
I'm gonna shit in your toilet, son.
Yeah, you're gonna upper decker.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm glad we were on the same wavelength for that. I was like, oh, you're gonna fucking upper decker Strahd.
Strahd's gonna come out.
Upper decker's chamber pot.
With saran wrap on his chamber pot.
So you just shit on the rim of the chamber pot? Or you upper decker a chamber pot?
It's gonna be magical.
Just spackle it.
You go and you you tie all of his shoelaces together for all of his clothing and cut all his shirts in half so they're all belly shirts or something.
Yeah.
The absolute disrespect you're putting on the man that almost just snapped a character's neck in less than a round.
I'm gonna cut the back, like the ass end out of all of his pants.
Just got assless chaps on the vampire.
Yep.
We should go into his kitchen and replace like his regular cups with those dribble cups. You know, make it run down your shit.
He's just gonna. This is gonna be awesome regardless. I'm excited.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be good. This is gonna be, for those watching, we're gonna come back again next Tuesday. Hopefully with no more fucking storms and shit. Knock on wood, we get back to a regular schedule. Yeah, I had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun, and we'll be back in a week.
Cool.